Aries, welcome. It's Jeff here at Raise Your Vibration TV, and that means it's time for your midweek reset tarot reading. That's right. We get the vibe from Wednesday to Tuesday, and this date is going to be for this week, is going to be for September 24th all the way to the 30th. We're at the end of September. Wow. What a week. With all the energy we had last week, too much to mention, but this week we get a break. That's right. I think we deserve it, don't you, Aries? A little bit of a cosmic take a deep breath in, you know what I mean? In the meantime, we can work on what we need to work on. So we're going to talk about the moon phases, and then we're going to hit the tarot. So thank you for being here. All right, right now, as you're watching this, we're in a waxing crescent phase. So this is about growth. This is when we're building momentum. And this is when we should be taking action, especially what we planted at the new moon, okay? And then on the 29th, Aries, we're moving into the first quarter. So this is about overcoming challenges. This is about making decisions and actions and getting ready for that full moon energy that's going to be coming up early October. And we'll talk about that when we get to it. But yeah, we got a rest week. So much going on that now it kind of settles in, you know? It was rough for a little bit there, but we got it. So let's do some reflection. Let's start gaining momentum in the things that we want to do, especially if we're going to implement them in October. This is the week to do it, okay? So let's go over to the tarot table. Again, we don't have that much to talk about. So let's go ahead and start with our angel numbers. Thank you so much for being here, Aries. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, and let's start with our angel numbers for you, Aries, this week. Let's see, there we are. What do we have? And it's alignment, excellent, with 111, perfect. Your thoughts, Aries, are manifesting rapidly. Again, we're building momentum. Trust in divine guidance and stay focused on your goals, Aries. Align. Your thoughts and your feelings need to align together in order to work as a team. Everything has to work as a team. Your gut, your heart, and your mind. You get those three working together, unstoppable energy, folks. It'll change your life, all right? So let's get a message from our guides. This is from the Energy and Spirit Oracle. And let's see what our divine guidance is here to say. Our angels are saying, let's get aligned. Let's stay focused. Let's start moving towards our goals. Let's see what our guides have to say. All right. Teacher. This is all about learning. This is all about a new path. And when this card shows up, when the student is ready, the teacher shows up. Pay attention to number 8 as well. That can help you align. Maybe there's someone in your life that can help you with this new path you're willing to take. Or maybe it is just you being aligned to a teacher coming into your life. Either way, maybe there's a lesson that needs to be learned here. It helps us align. It helps us move towards what we're working for. All right, now let's get some of our shadow work for this week. Again, so we can kind of like get excited and start building up energy for this week, you know, so we can really hit it hard in October. So we've got positive change, transform pain into strength, and empower yourself. Yes, this is about ascending, evolution, and setting yourself free. Especially from negative thoughts, you may be learning a new way to do that. Maybe picking up meditation. Or in the physical realm, you physically could be coming into a contact with a teacher to teach you all of that and how to get aligned. And man, does it move you towards your goals. All right, so Aries, let's get to the meat of it. Because that's a lot of great messages right there already. And let's see what we have for you. Yeah, that was a crazy eclipse energy. I'm telling you, that was crazy that we had. Very interesting. It's all on how you look at it. It could be very enlightening or it could be volatile. You know, it's all on how you look at it. Wow, look at this. All right. Wow, yeah, I see a big push for you this week, Aries, to get out of this energy and get into this energy. All right, so let's break it down. We've got the devil. The devil is always, to me, don't be tempted to, and the card next to it always tells me exactly what's going on here. And what this is the Five of Cups. This is wasting our energy because of sorrow and regret. Shoulda, woulda, coulda energy. That's what I call it. Let's change that, all right? Don't be tempted to waste your energy. I mean, look, this girl is just taking those bowls filled for her and just dumping them down the void. You know? Fuck it. Wasting your energy. That's what I call that. So, instead, let's change this. The Page of Swords. Page of Swords is messages coming through. Maybe that's what you're doing. You're waiting. Maybe you get inspired to do this. It could also be going back to school. The book here is very telling in both of those pictures, okay? So, again, oops. Page of Swords brings in messages, also in new ideas, new way of looking at things. So pay attention to that. And then we have the Two of Wands. This is getting ready. This is I am ready. Maybe you're doing some traveling, maybe making some plans to travel. But you are definitely moving in to whatever it is, moving towards it, aligning to it. Wow. I love that. I love that. This is definitely getting out of one sort of energy and moving into the next, Aries. So this is very important for you. This is how you can reset this week is, okay, all right, I'm learning the lesson that I am wasting my energy. I need to make a positive change so I can align. Okay? Wow. If you look at it that way. All right. This is wisdom. It also says, you know, again, the teacher coming in, the book, again, very telling. Interesting. And we have firm foundation. This is, you know, let's not hold back because this is Four of Pentacles. But what also this is your security may have been shaken. Maybe you need a stronger footing. You need to ground this week, okay? And material and spiritual prosperity. This is the dream here. This is what's going on. And I think you're moving towards it. We need to align. Maybe a teacher is here to help us, or the situation is the teacher that's helping us through this. Incredible energy here. All right, let's look at relationships and love. Let's see. Let's see what we got for you, Aries. I'm already digging this. Okay, yeah, it's time to put to rest. A lot of negative energy, a lot of old relationships. Again, that shoulda, woulda, coulda. All right, very interesting. The Queen of Wands, exactly. This is so in need of a change here. This is definitely in need of a change, okay? And I'm really loving this for you, Aries. The Ace of Cups and then the Two of Cups. When we fill our cup, we're able to share it with somebody else. This could also be an offer coming in for you. Another two. Something's up here, kids. And I'm really liking this. One. Right here. Alignment, maybe with somebody. I think you're ready. If you're single, I think you're finally ready. Okay? Very good. Let's get some messages of love. And see what we have. And what we need to work on. Yeah, that card wanted to fly out. Anything else? Yep, that one too. Okay. This is just way beyond interesting this week. Lesson. This person is in your life to teach you a spiritual lesson. I mean, what's going on here? We've got the teacher. We've got the symbolism of 3 different cards with a book in them, learning something. What's going on? Vulnerability. You can be completely open with this person. Again, it's time to change. Maybe you weren't able to be the real you in past relationships. Now you can. Or maybe this is the lesson you're learning to say, I've been holding back and it's time for me to go ahead and open up to this person instead of holding back. And this may be a part of it right here. Obstacles, unhealed wounds are blocking forward movement. That 5 of Cups energy is very telling, guys. So pay attention to what's going on here, because once we work on this, everything falls into alignment. This is beautiful energy, unbelievable. And of course, I would say the reason why you're kind of dealing with this right now is past relationships. You know what I mean? And how it affects you and how it's still affecting you. Maybe you even believe that, oh, I'm good, when you're really not, So pay attention to that. All right, kids, let's get what's the vibe. That's right. See what else adds to this. Very telling information here. All right. And we've got salty, bitter, angry, and petty. Again, wasting your energy because you're still salty. You're getting called out, Aries. And distance, divorce, ghosted, and separation. So now I understand why we're feeling salty. Listen, I'm going to be honest, okay? I'm going to be totally honest with you because that's what I do. I mean, I share my whole life here. Nothing is sacred, okay? But I got divorced, I believe, in 2001. And I'm still bitter and pissed off about it. In fact, the ex just got married on Sunday for the 3rd time. 3rd. I was first, though. But guess what? I have to be honest. I'm still a little bitter about it. Sorry. I just, that's why I have salty on my back windshield. It's just a picture of French fries. Look like McDonald's French fries that says salty on it. I mean, I just, and relationships are kind of, I don't know. I'm still salty about it. So how am I expecting a relationship to come into my life and getting more salty about it because I'm realizing that my saltiness is keeping that beautiful relationship out? You see what I'm saying? So take it from somebody that's still salty after many years. It does you no good. Okay. 3rd time's a charm, I guess, folks. All right, so let's get a closing message for you, Aries. It's very telling. You know what? We're going to keep the both of them. Why not? All right. So the message this week is bravery. Face the unknown with bravery and trust your steps. Yes. Again, maybe you're creating distance between you and your dream. Now it's time to close the gap a little bit. Be brave. And closing message 2 is nurture. Nurture others and also yourself. That's what these 2 cards were about. You nurture self, you nurture others. You nurture the self, the other comes in. You heard it here first. All right, Aries, that is going to do it for this week's midweek reset. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I'm going live Thursday. What we're going to do Thursday at 7 p.m. is we're going to do tarot predictions for your sign and all of them for October. Perfect time to do it. Right before the full moon, all of that. And we're getting it a few days ahead of time. Good. So we can get the vibe for the month. So make sure you check that out. If you don't get to check it out, maybe you got to work or maybe you just don't want to be on YouTube at 7 p.m. Not a problem, because I will be repurposing those videos. So keep a lookout for them. It's going to be a lot of advice, and they're going to be quite lengthy. I'll probably be online for 3 hours. So I probably won't be answering anybody's questions, but it all depends on how the monthlies go. I really want to focus on that. And if I can do it with the lives, we could all do it together, or again, we can get the separate messages for you. So either way, Aries, all right? Align with your energy, with what you desire. It will make it possible for this last week of September. All right, everybody, don't forget, watch the freaking weekend. Gives you the vibe for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That's posted on Fridays. And if you would like a personal reading with me, schedule is open. I'm available till 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So let's get a time together and let's have a personal reading. If you like these collective readings, you're going to love the personal readings. All right, guys, Aries, have a great week. I love you all, and I will see you Thursday. Taurus, welcome. It's Jeff here at Raise Your Vibration TV, and that means it's time for your midweek reset tarot reading. That's right. I give you the vibe and the tea from Wednesday all the way to Tuesday, and the dates for this are September 24th all the way to September 30th. We're almost done with the month, and I've got something special for you on Thursday. I'm going live, 7 p.m., and I'm going to be doing tarot predictions for all the signs, including yours. So make sure you check it out. Hopefully, I have enough time to answer your questions at the end, but it looks like this one's going to be a longin'. So if you don't catch the live, listen, I'm not going to be pissed off. I'll be a little bummed, but I'll get over it. But it'll be available for replay, so you can watch this early before October so we can get the vibe for that. So I'm really excited about Thursday. So let's talk about what's going on this week. You know how we do the astrology first. However, there's really no big astrological happenings going on. Good. We had that all last week. It's enough, okay? It's enough. So let's kind of settle into this energy now. And let's use the moon phases to kind of dictate what kind of drive we should have, okay? So we should already we are in a waxing crescent phase. So this is where growth takes place. This is the momentum. This is when you start to take action on the things that the intentions you planted at the beginning of the new moon, okay? And on the 9/29, on the 29th, we're moving into the first quarter. That's a big deal. And that's when we have the ability to overcome challenges. It's a time to make decisions and take actions again. So this week, even though it's a rest week astrologically, is still time to start building that momentum and taking action. Okay, so let's go to the tarot table and get our angel numbers. Thank you so much for being here, Taurus. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Let's get the vibe. Let's get our angel numbers first. Excellent. With refocus, with 666. No, it's not the devil. Refocus to find balance. I know some of you Tauruses are devils. Sorry, not sorry. Refocus to find balance between your material and spiritual aspects of life. Stop putting too much emphasis on material things. Now, listen, Taurus. Listen, I don't want this to be a call-out session this week, but you know better than I that you guys really put a lot of emphasis on material things, and you're losing the plot on that. Because guess what? You can't take that shit with you when you go. When your number's up, God forbid, but it's inevitable, you can't take all your shit with you. And the harsh reality of it is that your family is left to sell it all on the lawn for like 50 cents or $1. I've seen this happen, and it's not fun. When we put our joy, I mean, it's okay to want things, to have things. There's nothing wrong with that. But when we put so much emphasis on, I got to have it. Well, she's got a new car. I got to get myself a new car. It's that kind of attitude. And you lean towards that. That makes you feel secure. How about saying, I feel safe, I feel secure. I don't need material things to make me feel secure. I bet you a lot of Taurus subscribers are just unsubscribing. Listen, like I said, I don't want it to be but I'm doing it right now because that's a big thing. And it's a big spiritual lesson to learn too, is to not put so much emphasis on material things. It's just stuff, okay? So stop putting too much emphasis on material things, because it's not material things that bring you joy. And if it is, again, that's where you got to refocus, okay? All right, I'm done. Let's get a message from your guides. I love you, Taurus. I have so many Tauruses in my life, you know, and they're all different spectrums of Taurian energy. But man, you guys love stuff. Money and stuff. Stuff and money. Okay? All right, so this is number 3 with sensitivity and strength. This is tapping the forces within. You know, and this is the thing. When do we use our sensitivity and when do we use our strength? Because being sensitive can be just as heavy and strong as our strength. That's what this symbolizes, is that the feather can have that much influence as just as much as the anvil. It's all in how we perceive it. So maybe the universe is kind of telling us to be more sensitive. Again, refocus, getting a little bit more spiritual instead of having that strong iron. You know what I'm saying? It's good to have that foundation, but we need to use those. We both can use those energies, you know what I mean? But sometimes it calls for sensitivity, and sometimes it calls to be stern, and sometimes you're too blunt. You're like a Leo. It's just like, did that really just come out of your mouth? You know? All right, let's get our shadow work. Face inner demons. Don't be afraid of darkness. There's a light nearby. So use this to transform and integrate that instead of, again, going within, refocusing. There's a big message here, guys. Don't take offense to it. You know what I mean? That's just, are you being sensitive or are you being strong? You know, the universe is kind of giving you some criticism here. Take it. It's okay. It's hard to take criticism, especially when you think you're doing a good job. And you are doing a good job. Don't get me wrong. You are doing a good job. But there's some things that we need to work on, and it's okay. It's okay. All right, now, let's get the energy for you for this week. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Ooh. Oh boy. We have just a plethora of things. I'm digging this a lot. Okay, let's see. Yeah. All right, so yeah, a lot of you are moving. A lot of you have to make a decision here. I feel strongly about that, is making a decision for yourselves, and releasing judgment. I guess you're too worried about making the right decision, and everybody else's input really is weighing heavy on this. You know, when you need to set yourself free from what other people are going to think or anything like that. And the King of Swords is here to say, no, we're going to make a decision. I'm looking at the long game here. You know, the long game. And speaking my truth and releasing the past. The Six of Swords is saying the way we used to handle it isn't going to work in this situation. So let's change it. So what we're doing here is moving on. Definitely moving out of this mindset. And I think that's where the struggle is, because we do it almost in a defense kind of way. Knight of Pentacles is slow and steady. That's how it wins the race. And Two of Cups, again, the Two of Cups can be a decision, a partnership. Again, refocusing on that. What really matters here. And it's a different mindset. And it's releasing ourselves from a mindset that no longer works in our reality, okay? Because you're evolving. And this is a big week for you to refocus. Excellent. So that Judgment card is like, if it's any heavy card in this reading, it's the Judgment card. And I believe that you really need to release yourself from what other people think. It's an insecurity thing, guys. And, you know, make the decision for you, not for everybody else. Do this for you. All right. Allow the universe to give you the answers. Dust off your crown and allow the universe to guide you. Be truthful with yourself. Again, setting yourself free. The Judgment card again. And open up to the new beginning here. Could be a new beginning in love for some of you Tauruses. Absolutely. All right. Let's get relationships and love. Let's see what's going on with that. Ooh. Okay. Wow. All right. Yeah, it's an end. We're walking away from shit. Again, the Judgment card has come out twice, guys. Twice. Wow. I'm not twice, 3 times. 3 fucking times in 3 different decks. And it has to do with relationships and what's happened in the past. It's time to let it go. Trust your intuition. Don't be uncertain about it. The Knight of Pentacles is out again with slow and steady and messages coming in too. Things are moving fast, especially when it comes to relationships. And the Four of Wands, beautiful harmony, especially when it comes to relationships. A new beginning, marriage, something like that. The Four of Wands is always marriage. And I think I've been heavy on that for you. Knight of Pentacles. Take it slow. Enjoy it. Slowly move towards harmony. You need to, it just can't be this fast pace, okay? Wow. Maybe that's the thing. Fools come rushing in. You know what I mean? Only fools rush in. What's that from? Only fools rush in. It's a song. It's a song. Only fools rush in. Interesting. All right. Put it in the comments, because now it's going to drive me crazy. Only fools rush in is an older song. Well, yeah, it's an older song. Everything's a fucking older song. All right. Apology. Yeah, the Knight of Pentacles out twice. For some of you could definitely, you can expect the apology you want to hear, or you can be giving the apology with King of Swords here. Maybe that's what you're uncertain. What do I say? Time apart. Some distance will help bring clarity. So, with you, Taurus, it could be simply you having to have some time apart. Or maybe that's what's got you kind of confused is, are we still working on this? Is this, what we're going to do? But I really love this energy. I mean, you got both of these. Twin flame, this is a divine counterpart connection. And soulmate, your soulmate loves, accepts, and respects you. With the Four of Wands, the Two of Cups, yes, unequivocally, yes. So if you have it in your life, fantastic. If you don't, open up to it, because this is, you see me trying to make thumbnails right now? This is great energy. This is you opening up to your soulmate, or it could already be a part of your life. I mean, huge. Maybe you're letting go of this. This is big energy, guys. Taurus, this isn't a rest week for you. I'll tell you that right now, but it's good. Very good. Now let's get, what's the vibe? Oh boy. Yeah. Apology. Wow. Maybe because being arrogant or rash actions or insincere. There's definitely apology for a lot of you Tauruses out there. Wow, that's just incredible energy, guys. That's nuts. All right, let's get cosmic energy. Not cosmic energy. Yeah, cosmic energy. This is the closing message for you. All right. Yeah, the crown chakra definitely was open there too, with trust. Trust your intuition. The universe guides you. Let them guide you this week to what you need to work on, because this is big energy here. You know what I mean? It is not a rest week for you. If it is, great. But I guess a lot of you are opening up to your soulmate, finally realizing that, meeting your twin flame, or maybe things are starting to come around again. And an apology is definitely on the table. Yours or theirs. Taurus, that's going to do it for this midweek reset. Please watch your midweek reset tarot reading. You're watching it right now. I hit the wrong button and I tried to play it off. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. That's right. And don't forget, I'm going live Thursday. I'm doing your tarot predictions for October, including everybody else's. So watch your sun, moon, and rising sign and your lovers, okay? Or the person you're interested in. Yeah, check those out. I do that all the time. And the freaking weekend gives you the vibe for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And we launch that at 10 a.m. on Friday. So Taurus, again, if you think this general reading is great, you're going to love your personal reading. And I'm doing those in person online. And I'm like available till 9 o'clock online. So hours are extended. Go ahead and find a time that works for you. And we will get together and have a little talky talk and get some guidance. All right, Taurus, not so much of a rest week for you. But there are some things here that need to be put to rest, and you've got this. All right, I love you all. Thank you for watching, and I will see you Thursday. Gemini, welcome. It's Jeff here at Raise Your Vibration TV, and that means it's time for your midweek reset. That's right. And this one is going to be always for Wednesday to Tuesday, just so you know. And it's going to be for the 24th to the 30th of September. So welcome, everybody. Hope you had a great weekend. Crazy energy last week, I would definitely say. Now my eye itches. Great. Definitely some crazy ass energy last week. I'm sure you could agree. This week we're getting a rest week, but so far everybody's readings haven't been very restful. So, I mean, astrologically, there isn't major shifts going on. That's what I put my focus on, but we don't have any of those right now. So maybe we can have the, not a maybe, it is. We should have the moon phases guide us, okay? So as we're talking about this, we're actually in the waxing crescent phase. So this is all about growth, momentum, and it's taking action. Because we're moving out of that. We planted the seed, now we're nurturing it, and it's growing, and it's moving through the soil. And then on the 29th, we have the first quarter, and it's overcoming challenges, and it's decisions and actions. So again, you know, sure, we can call a rest week, but really what's going on here is there's no big astrological things going on because we all just had them happen. And we're kind of finishing the month out, hopefully on a low note, which is good. That gives us kind of a momentum to go ahead. You know what? I'm not going to have you watch it itch my eye. You know, I can do that instead of doing it on camera. Now it's going to look like I've been smoking weed. Great. What's up? But rest week. We really don't have anything to talk about. So we're going to hit the tarot. So let's go. Let's go to the tarot table. Okay. Let's do it. Let's get our angel numbers first. I don't know, man. As soon as I turn on Gemini's your little icon right there, I just start getting giddy. All right. Your angel numbers are 747 with reassurance. And this is trusting your intuition and making practical decisions that align with your higher purpose. Your guardian angels are acknowledging your efforts. So you're being reassured to go ahead and keep putting in the effort, keep putting in the momentum. The decisions and actions you are taking are for your highest good. And your guides are just giving you a high five with that, giving you the old wink. You know what I mean? So let's get a guy. That's too many for you, and it didn't feel right. So let's stack them again. This is from your guides, and this is the Energy and Spirit Oracle. Too many. Let's just get one message. Thank you. Ooh, I love this. This is all about freedom. Freedom. It's moving on. It's letting go of some shit. This is the time to do it. Take the action. It causes growth. And for some of you, I have to tell you that that door on the cage has always been open, but you are under the impression that you still can't leave it. You're still a prisoner of your own thoughts. I'm here to tell you, you're free. Okay? So, love that. Freedom with number 4. 747 in the middle of that. The plot thickens. Let's get a shadow work oracle or two and what we need to work on with all of this. That was kind of a wonky shuffle. What happened here? That card bent really bad. There it goes. Okay. And there it is. Ooh, with deception. A slippery slope erodes trust. Honesty fosters connection and authenticity. So let's not cause any deception. Let's not be deceptive in any way. Maybe we're dealing with that in our personal lives, but don't compromise your integrity. Exactly. Don't cross any boundaries. Don't let people cross your boundaries either, but be transparent and trusting, and especially trusting the process here. So you can move on without the deception. Or maybe the deception is, I'm still in the cage. I'm locked in the cage, but the door's been open this whole time. The universe is kind of reassuring you to say, let's move on. All right? Interesting. All right. Damn, Gemini. You're being reassured to start moving on and letting go of what no longer serves you. Okay? Excellent. And I want to also make a note, they're making me be aware of that, is that on this card, on that cage is a butterfly. Butterfly means transformation. Okay? Maybe some of you are in that chrysalis phase, and now you're ready to come out. Come out, wherever you are. All right. Ooh, look at all this. Oh, damn. What the hell is going on here? What is this? What is this? 3 kings and a queen. Is this how this is supposed to go? Yes. All right. So, Gemini. For some of you, Gemini, I have to say, choose one of these guys, please. You got not 1, but 3. You minx, you. I mean, congratulations, but what the hell? Maybe you're dealing with a lot of male energy this week. Maybe what you have to do is take action with that aggressive male energy to speak your truth, to keep your feelings regulated. Don't let feelings in on this, whatever this is. Feelings mean nothing when you have to make some decisions, and to actually make that change and having the courage and strength to do it. So these 3 kings and little things. King of Swords, I speak my truth. I look at the long game. I let go of my judgments. Okay? The King of Cups, I trust my intuition. The Queen and the King and the Queen of Cups is out here too. So I would go for the water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. But maybe there's somebody in the middle of this, the past. Oh my God, there's so many things I'm reading into this for a lot of you. Trust the universe. Let go of your judgments. Again, the judgment and the freedom card are so indicative of setting yourself free. Okay? Setting yourself free from past relationships. This could also just be trusting your intuition heavily this week, knowing that the universe has your back. There's a lot to unpack here. So many Geminis are going to be like, bing, 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 bing. Yep, I resonate with that. Yep, I resonate with this. I resonate with that. I mean, I'm getting all of y'all right in that reading right there. All that king energy also means maturity and strength and perseverance. So maybe that's what you need, is some intuition, some moving forward, some confidence, confidently move forward. Ooh, so let's get some oracles. Wow, those just flew right out. Yeah. We've had some conflict and defeat. We need to deal with our shadow. That's so you, Gemini, right there. Using your inner wisdom. Having faith. That's a big one. Having faith. Being aware that what you put your focus on determines your reality. You're finding out that more and more these days. And recognition and reward. So again, and the 3 here with the 3 kings, maybe working with a group of people. That's the other thing too. Wow. Lots of energy and messages running through this reading today. I'll tell you that much. Let's look at relationships and love. Wow. Let's do it. Only 2 cards? Really? No. 3. 3s. Growth. Wow. The Hermit. Go within. Trust your inner knowledge. Knight of Wands, taking action, especially in your relationships. Someone's moving forward here. One of these. And the King of Cups. Again, clarifying that if you were to choose, you would choose the King of Cups, the one that fits you more emotionally. Interesting, guys. You can't make this up. Wow. Some of these are very specific for one of you Geminis out there. So let me know in the comments how that hits for you, Interesting. So interesting. I'm getting a lot of vibes off of this. All right. Children. Children are important to this partnership. So maybe that's what you're dealing with here. Maybe these are all your adult children, or, all male. You got all males. Single mother raising a male. Maybe your husband's involved in raising them too. You got 3 big babies you got to take care of. Longing. Someone is secretly yearning for you. Who could that be? You got choices, that's for sure, Gemini. And past life love. Uh-oh. Your soul remembers this intense connection. Could this be a past life love coming back in? Are you deceiving yourself about that? So much to unpack in this reading. It's unbelievable. All right, let's get What's the Vibe. That's right, everybody. It's time for What's the Vibe. Jeff, tell them what they got, okay? Thank you, Chuck. Let's see. What do we got? Okay. Some of you this week could just be exhausted, burned out, burdened, empty, okay? Maybe school's already got these kids just trifling with you, all right? Or maybe it's a time constraint, delay, procrastination, or too busy. Let's balance that energy out, Be reassured. Hopeful, absolutely. Inspired, optimistic, and success. That's a big one for you, Gemini, okay? So pay attention to that. Now, let's get a closing message for you. So be hopeful. You got plenty of time, okay? But don't procrastinate. Again, a lot of this energy is moving forward. And for some of you, wow, look at you can't make this shit up, guys. You can't. You can't make this shit up. Freedom. Freedom comes from inner liberation. We started with freedom and we end with freedom. I won't let you down, so please don't fill me up. Fill me up, is that what he said? Because I would really love to stick around. George Michael was pretty damn good. Really, that's a great song. I'm going to bring that back. That's a great song. All right, Gemini, so much to unpack, but there's a lot of talk about freedom here. And the freedom only happens when you feel it within and release yourself. Uncaged bird will now sing. I love it for you, Gemini. That's going to do it for this midweek reset. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget, I'm going live Thursday, 7 o'clock. Try to get there, all right? I'm not going to be pissed if you're not, but be a little bummed. I'll get over it. But the thing is that I'm going to be doing October tarot readings for the month. So they're going to be long ones. I try to hurry up on the lives, but you know what? It's part of my job. I don't want to just do like 5-minute reads. Sure, it would make it an hour and a half, but I usually go 3 hours. I just love doing this. I really do. So check it out. I'm going to be doing your sign and everybody else's, your sun, moon, and rising, all of that stuff. Your secret lovers, the one you're checking up on, your coworkers, your fucking boss you hate, it goes on and on and on. But you can get the vibe for October. Don't forget, talking about vibes, get the weekend vibe, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I got you covered there. Friday at 10 a.m. And if you would like a personal reading with me, because these general ones are just so hitting it, I've got extended hours for online reading, so it doesn't matter where you are on this planet. I am available to you, Gemini, so go ahead and book your reading. I will never ask you for a reading. You come to me, okay? All right, Gemini, have a great time. Remember, it's freedom. You got to set yourself free, baby doll, and I will see you Thursday. Cancer, welcome. It's Jeff here at Raise Your Vibration TV, and that means it's time for your midweek reset tarot reading. That's right. I give you the vibe from Wednesday to Tuesday, and the dates for this week are the 24th of September to September 30th. Man, I'm trying really not to look at my cheat sheet, so I think I did pretty good. So welcome, Cancer. We had one fuck of a week. I hope you did good, because that lunar energy really gets you more than other signs. So I hope you had a great weekend, and I hope you are faring this astrological weather very well, okay? We're already into fall. Summer is officially over, so we can mourn the loss of that. But fall is actually, it has its advantages, Haven't made chili yet, but I'm gonna. I hated chili as a kid. I used to throw up every time I'd smell it. Now I can't wait to make it. I make it like once or twice a year, that's it. But you gotta have the oyster crackers, you gotta have that. Or, love making it with cornbread, but I won't eat anything corn anymore, so you gotta kind of let that go. Maybe I shouldn't make chili at all. The reason why I haven't hit the astrology yet is because there really isn't anything going on this week, folks. It's kind of like a rest week. But with all the readings that I've already done for everybody, there ain't no rest involved for everybody. Of course, there's no rest for the wicked, and that means you too, Cancer. So, let's look at the moon phases and see where we should be calibrating this energy, because there's no astrological big things happening. They all happened last week. So we're kind of skating out of this week a little softer than hitting it hard. Ooh, I did that a little loud. Ooh. It was a little titillating, don't you think? All right, we're in a waxing crescent phase right now. So this is about growth. This is about momentum and taking action. And I think that's why a lot of these readings and the energy in them are about, listen, it's a rest week, but we got work to do, all right? Now, on the 29th, later in the week, we have the first quarter. This is a big deal. This is when we start to overcome challenges that we're presented with, and we also start making decisions and actions based on what we dealt with the new moon, okay, the solar eclipse. So let's get these straight. Very good. And that's it. So there's momentum building. There's growth. There's some decisions that need to be made. So as we move and progress into the week, we got to choose. Choose wisely for yourself. All right, let's hit the tarot table and get to work here. Let's get your angel numbers. Thank you so much for being here, Cancer. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. And let's get the vibe for this week. With starting over, 210. Did we get this last week? Why do I feel like I sang starting over to you? You are presented with an opportunity for a fresh start and new beginnings. Release regrets and embrace the present moment with openness and optimism with 210. Wow. I don't know, Cancer. I feel like you almost got that. either last week or on the weekend. But starting over. It's like starting over. Over. So maybe you're starting over. Maybe what you thought was an end was actually a new beginning for you. Don't you love those? All right, let's get a message from the Energy and Spirit Oracle for you. And see what we have, son of a bitch. Yeah, I can't. These, you saw this. These two fell out. I grabbed them and put them back in, knowing that they probably should stick, but I didn't want to do two messages. I want to do one. And here we are. I shuffled and I shuffled and they still came out. So let's pay extra attention to these. And I really want you to pay attention to the numbers, first of all. We have 41 and we have 14. Okay? Now, we have talent guides and family tree. For a lot of you Cancers, I have a feeling that some of your spirit mentors and your teachers are family members, and they are coming forward, from the other side to help you bring forth their legacy. Maybe they were musicians, so therefore you have an interest in music, and now you're bringing that forward. Or maybe you're an artist, and you find out that one of your relatives was an artist or something to that nature, all right? But this is people coming into your life that it's almost like family. You may be literally starting over with a new family here. You may be maybe displaced from a family. So many messages coming through, and I hope they hit for one of you. You know what I mean? But this is honoring your legacy. This is also a teacher and a mentor coming through to you so you can expand on your legacy. Because that's all we have when we leave this earth, is what did you do in the time that you were here? So maybe you're starting over with that. Fucking fantastic. That's fantastic. But maybe it's two separate issues. Maybe you have a mentor or a teacher coming in to teach you something new. Maybe you're looking for that. Maybe you're going back to school. And family tree is a focus on home. Maybe that's what you're starting over with, is maybe releasing some family stuff. Maybe there's literally a child coming in your family. Interesting. All right, let's get some shadow work oracles. Just one. This one popped out and then it popped back in. Wow. Feathered omens. Even the sweetest bird harbors fierce intentions. Self-deceit, illusion, and secret. Wow, that's a loaded card right there. Maybe you find something out about your family tree. Maybe daddy wasn't daddy, and that may be why you have daddy issues, and then you let those go because, there's an illusion here. Maybe there's an illusion that even we have to stick with our family even though they're fucking toxic. There could be that too. But be aware of self-deceit. Be aware of illusion. Are you keeping secrets? That kind of thing. Wow, so many things, but it all points to starting over. Okay, interesting. Pay attention to feathers also. Feathers lead and guide. They really do. And certain colors will show you, like once in a while, and a lot more than usual, I have black feathers sticking right out of the ground, like they dropped and just stuck in the mud. And they're black feathers, small ones, big ones. I started collecting them, but I didn't want bird lice. But it shows that I'm protected, Feathered omens. The sweetest bird harbors fierce intentions. Pay attention to that. All right, what else do we have for... Ooh, there they are right there. I didn't see them flipped over. The cards being very illusionary. Oh. Okay, well. All right. Yeah, mentor, teacher. Ideas definitely coming in. Yes. Yes. Looks like a partner. Maybe not romantic. Don't start freaking out. Some of you, it is romantic. There's a fucking offer coming in. Okay. But yeah, there's actually news, offers. But I'm going to tell you something, Cancer. This week is time to let shit go. Let your judgments go. Let your family judgments go. Again, maybe family is causing this for you. You get a new lease on life, new ideas, starting over, offers come in. Put your time and focus into things that pay off. And the Two of Cups, well, it does. This could be an offer coming in with a relationship. You know, the universe is kind of rewarding some of you Cancers by if you put in the work, it pays off. Maybe you could literally be starting over with an ex. It all depends on how that played out. I'm a firm believer of going forward and not backwards, so maybe you fit that same MO again. But the starting over is so clear here with the rebirth card. I mean, that's... wow. Wow. The messages today have just been so just multifaceted. So make sure you're paying attention to these, you know. Deception and envy. And truth. Wow. Some things are coming to the surface. I think a lot of it is self-deceit. Ask the universe to guide you. You're being guided. Use your spiritual strength. You're resilient this week. Don't let anybody fool you. And prosperity begins with a new offer here. So open up to it. It definitely could be yours. Interesting. All right, now let's look at relationships and love. That's a lot for the week right here. You know, get inspired. Again, talent guides may be guiding you to be inspired. Maybe you're in a writer's block kind of situation. Now it's time to set yourself free from that. Again, it has a lot to do with creativity. So let's see. Let's look at love. We got the Strength and the Devil. All right, the Hangman. Okay. All right. So let's not be tempted to be stuck in a perspective. Let's set ourselves free from that. Okay. Again, self-deceit. Something's up there. You're strong enough to do this. The universe is really telling you you're resilient. Let down your walls. That's the only way this is going to work for you, Cancer. The old ways don't work for you anymore, and moving towards something that you've been waiting for. And it's possible. Again, with some communication, I think things will work out for you. If we're still stuck in the same grid that we're in, no bueno. Okay? Let's get some messages of love. So let's not be stuck. Maybe we're stuck on somebody. Maybe it's time to move forward. Nothing wrong with that, you know? Here's your confirmation. Unavailable. This person is unavailable to give you all you deserve. So why be stuck in a relationship that doesn't serve you anymore, you know? Support. Lean on your inner circle during this time. Again, huge emphasis on family. Maybe that's what you need, is you can't do this alone. Reach out. And passion. Try something you've never done before. And that is key for you this week, Cancer, is do something you've never done before. Take a different approach. I think it will pay off, especially when it comes to your creativity. So let's get what's the vibe. I think on my off day this week, I'm going to record the What's the Vibe theme song, because I keep saying I'm going to do it, but I always forget. All right, narcissist. What's this? Egotistical, opportunist, and actually fragile. Self-deception, self-deceit, being truthful to yourself, drowning. Yeah, over your head, overextended, and hitting rock bottom. Listen, guys, you got to pull yourself out of this. I want you to look at the symbolism here. Which path are you going to choose this week? This one or this one? You see how they look oddly familiar? Maybe it's time to, and be honest with yourself, It's time to stop drowning in wallowing in your own sorrow. I think that's what it is. And you can't do that anymore. You can't afford to do that. Your mental health is greatly at risk here if we don't let this go and start over. Okay, so let's get a closing message for you. That's a lot. But you don't have to do this alone. You have the support you need. Again, maybe you're dealing with a narcissist in your family. Toxic is toxic, folks. So let's get a closing message, and it's all about self-love this week. Self-love is the foundation of all love, because if you don't love yourself, every partner is going to be unavailable to you. Food for thought this week, all right? On a good note, though, there's some kind of revelation coming here. When you finally take the mask off, and I think that is important. Taking the mask off. Maybe you're letting go of narcissistic behavior. Good. The world doesn't need another narcissist, okay? The world doesn't need you to be feeding a narcissist either, so. No, move on. Move on to somebody that really trips your trigger. Because it's possible, okay? All right, Cancer, that is going to do it for this week. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget, I am going live Thursday, 7 p.m. And this Thursday, we're doing tarot predictions for October. So you're getting the vibe a few days ahead. I'll take it. I'm going to be doing your sign and all your sun, moon, and rising, everybody's sign. I hope I have enough time to answer questions, but if I don't, we'll do it next Thursday. So try to make it on Thursday. If you can't, that's okay. We'll do the replay. You want the skinny for the weekend, I got you covered Friday at 10 a.m. That gives you the vibe for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And if you love this reading, well, then let's do a personal reading. That'll really rub your rhubarb the right way. I have openings for online readings till about 9 o'clock at night, Eastern Standard Time. So anywhere you are in the world, darling, I've got you covered. So have a great week, Cancer. Let's start over on some of this stuff and really open up to energy and inspiration and things to love yourself. Don't be deceived. All right, I love you, and I will see you Thursday. Leo, welcome. It's Jeff here at Raise Your Vibration TV, and that means it's time for your midweek reset tarot reading. That's right. I get you the vibe for Wednesday to Tuesday, and the dates for this week are September 24th all the way to September 30th. So welcome, Leo. I hope you had a great weekend. It was a rough week, I would say, very powerful. I hope us Leos were able to navigate that energy, sending you good vibes if you haven't. So let's figure out what's going on for this week for you. I'm so excited to do this, all right? First of all, we don't have any big astrological happenings going on. So all we really have are some minor aspects that happen so fast that it's not even worthy of making you aware of it. But I pay attention to the big stuff, and we had big stuff happen last week, all right? So let's talk about the moon phases. As you're watching this, we're in the waxing crescent phase. And this will be in effect till the 29th. But for right now, this is about growth, gaining momentum, and taking action. That's another thing. When I call it a rest week, that's just from the astrological big happenings. But so far, everybody's readings haven't been a rest week at all. It's kind of finishing this last week of the month out with a bang and starting to gain that momentum. So when we get that full moon happening in the beginning of October. So on the 29th, we then move into the first quarter. This is a big deal. This is when we start to overcome the challenges that we've faced and making some decisions and actions based on that moving forward. So again, even though there's not some big astrological happenings happening, there's still movement that needs to be made. All right, so let's go to the tarot table and get our angel numbers to start the reading. Thank you so much for being here. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, and let's get the vibe. And there it is with the angel numbers. Taking a step with 535. Let go of old beliefs, Leo, and patterns that no longer serve you. Prepare to step out of your comfort zone in order to grow and expand. All right, so we may be taking a step into the unknown. Letting go of the old way of doing things. Well, that's the way I always used to do it. Well, it may not be working for you this time. Maybe it's necessary to get out of your comfort zone so you can grow and expand. All right. I love that. I love that for you. Now, let's get a message from your guides from the Energy and Spirit Oracle. There it is. And this is all about soulful appreciation with heartfelt gratitude. So this week with number 30, you want to really start practicing gratitude and let things weigh out. Money coming in your way, and it really happens with gratitude. And you have to mean it. You just can't say, I am so grateful for everything that I have. You have to really mean it and feel it, you know? And it has to become a very prominent practice for you, okay? Maybe that's what you need to do. Is maybe some of us take things for granted and we just need to step back and have a little gratitude. So maybe this week, that's what we need to focus on. All right, let's get a shadow oracle. Interesting, with control issues. Look at that crown. Speaking to us Leos. Fear of losing power or false security leads to vulnerability. This is the time to release that, to trust your inner guidance and the universe around you. And it's about empowerment without having to control things. Maybe that's the step we need to take, is to let go of these old beliefs and patterns, which is masked as control issues. And we can alleviate that by being grateful for where we're at this moment in time. Interesting. Very interesting. And a lesson to be learned for sure. Okay, so take that step. False security, fear of losing power, the fear right there is what stops us, and usually when that happens, we act out of ego. So it's kind of telling you, let's not do that. Fix your crown big time. All right. Wow. All right. Wow. Yeah, we're releasing ourselves. Yeah, we're definitely moving forward with the 10 of Wands. Release your baggage. You are definitely gaining momentum here. But you could move so much faster and lighter if you let go of all that baggage. Okay? Two very prominent signs of having faith and knowing that divine timing will bring everything into balance. Okay? It's all about divine timing. So maybe we're letting go of expectations. We're trusting our intuition. We're making the change. King of Wands, that's our energy. Being very grateful for what we have. And Nine of Pentacles produces it. Knowing that we are worthy of it. Because we took that step to release our control issues. Wow. All right. Leo, let's get some oracles and see what they add to this. Incredible energy, man. Incredible. All right, so let's see. Yeah, the Temperance card is out again. With being patient with your process. It's not going to be overnight, but it's going to happen. You can rest assured with that. The world is your oyster. Trust the universe. Big deal here. This is a big deal. The Chariot is showing success, movement, more movement, moving towards success, and financial and material gain. Well, it's changes, but open up to it. Let go of the fear. We're moving towards prosperity. Take that step. Wow. That's incredible. I get it. I really get it. I understand it. Let's look at love and relationships and let's see what's going on here. The Five of Swords. The Empress. The High Priestess. Jesus. Yeah, look at that. End of a relationship. It's all right. It's a renewal. Be patient with your process. Trust your intuition. You could be feeling a little uncertain about that. Again, that's the uncertainty, the false security, and it's time to put that to end. Yeah. letting go of old beliefs and patterns. And this is a 5 here. I like the way that kind of symbolizes itself there. 5, 5. And Page of Wands, an opportunity comes in. We let go of this and something comes in, much more advantageous for us, something a little bit different. I'll take it. I'll take it. You just have to trust the process, if anything. You know, it's doubling down. And there's nothing wrong with that. Especially when you're doubling down on your faith. You know, everything works out in my favor. The earth supports me. The universe guides me. I am safe. I am loved. I am protected. Wow. Powerful stuff here. All right. Speaking of trust. It's safe to trust in this situation. Again, so what are you telling yourself? That this ending actually may have been a new beginning for you. Fate. This is a destined partnership. Closing one door, opening another one, especially in love. And look at that, new love. A new love, a recommitment to love is developing. So for a lot of you, you could be getting a second chance at love. We've been talking about that, but maybe the old way of handling things just isn't happening for us. You know what I mean? So let's get, what's the vibe? But trust, something's on its way. Be patient. It's gonna pay off in spades. You just gotta, that is exciting. That's, but this is what stops it every fucking time. Salty, bitter, angry, and petty. And I'll tell you, Leo, that's my nickname. I mean, it's on the back of my vehicle. It looks like a McDonald's fry. You know, it's red. Looks like the McDonald's fries, and it says salty on it. Because I'm salty. I'm bitter about love when I could be opening up to love. I'm sorry if I get hurt. I just can't give you a free pass. I mean, you've already moved on. I haven't. That's not right. And maybe you're going through the same thing, you know, like I got divorced in 2001. Was it 2001? I think it was more like 2003. It was around there. Okay. Horrible. But still haven't gotten over it. I mean, I have, but I haven't. It's made me salty. A little salty. And not only that, but to add injury to insult, my ex just got married on Sunday. Number 3. Third time's a charm, I guess. But I'll never get married again. If I could make it work once. Now, see, here it goes. Here it goes. It's coming out of my mouth. You're witnessing it live. If I couldn't make it work once, I'll never be able to make it work again. That's a defense. That's a control issue. That is not the issue here. False sense of security. Well, I don't have to worry about getting my feelings hurt because I'm not the marrying kind. What if you are? What if I am? The reading says to do it, to trust it. Trust me, I'm not going to get married tomorrow, but fuck. You know what I mean? But this is exactly what somebody does when they've been hurt and they're defensive and they still haven't released that. It's nobody's fault, man. You know? But my old beliefs and my old patterns that no longer serve me, this serves me in no way, shape, or form. So why haven't I let it go yet? When I clearly know that it's hindering from that next person to walk into my life. What the fuck am I doing? You're watching a crash out in live time too, you know what I mean? But no, seriously, I mean, let it go. There's no reason to be bitter. They've already gotten over you, obviously. Weird, huh? Yeah. See, I share everything in my life with you guys. Nothing is sacred. You know what I mean? I don't care because I'm a real person with real shit. Even though I do tarot readings and energy healings and all that, I'm still fucking human and I got some issues to work out of. You know what I'm saying? So let's get a closing message for you. Salty bastards out there. I want nothing more than new love. You know what I mean? And that, what I just showed you, is what stops me from actually opening up to it. And for some reason, I am so comfortable in my bullshit. Word. Nurture others and also yourself. Huge thing to do this week. Maybe it'll take away that saltiness. And prosperity. Big, big, big this week. Prosperity comes from hard work and a love for life. That's why I'm real. I don't give you a different personality than what I am. I can't be that way. And yes, I may overshare. Tough shit. Find somebody that doesn't and fluffs you instead of giving you the way it should be. You know what I mean? I'm the friend that tells you like it is. And you can be mad at me. You can not watch me. I don't care. You know what I mean? But you're going to come back because I'm being real. There's nothing better than being real in front of the camera, in front of your face. But let go of the bitterness, guys. Nurture yourselves. That's what I need to do this week, is open up to new love, especially after seeing my ex get married again. Wow. I'm glad that's not me jumping out of the fire and into the frying pan, out of the fire and into the frying pan. But Jeff, you're being petty. You're angry. You need to deal with your anger, son. You know what I'm saying? You see how that works, Leo? It's not worth it. All right? Wow. Mind blown. This has been a great healing time for us both. All right, Leo, that is going to do it for this week. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget, I'm going live Thursday at 7 p.m. Every Thursday I'm doing lives. This Thursday, I'm going to be doing tarot predictions for October. So we're going to get a good jump on what to expect. We got a full moon coming up, folks. Can you feel it? And watch the freaking weekend on Fridays at 10 a.m. That gives you the vibe for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I hit the wrong button. And if you'd like a personal reading with me, with my salty ass, I'm doing online readings and in-person readings. In-person has a little bit more structured schedule. Online, I'm open till like 9 o'clock at night. So anywhere you are in the country or the world, I can serve you. So let's book a time together and do a personal reading if you really love these. All right, Leo, I love you all. No more saltiness, no more bitter, no more being petty. And I will see you Thursday. Virgo, welcome. It's Jeff here at Raise Your Vibration TV, and that means it's time for your midweek reset tarot reading. That's right. I give you the tarot goodies from Wednesday to Tuesday, and the dates for this week are the 24th of September all the way to the 30th. So welcome, Virgo. Thank you so much for watching. Let's talk about what's going on. Not much. We usually call this a rest week, but because we've had so much happen last week and this weekend, we had the new moon, the solar eclipse, we had the sun moving into Libra out of your season. That's right, Virgo. But we're in Libra season, so we can start to harmonize things. Remember, we talked about this last week, but this week is no big astrological happenings going on except the moon phases. So let's talk about those. We're already right now in a waxing crescent. So this is about growth. This is about gaining momentum and taking action. The seeds that we planted at that new moon, now we start to move forward. And it's going to be like that all the way up until the end of the week, where we are moving into the first quarter. This is when the moon really starts to gain more light. This is when we overcome challenges and we make decisions and take action. Again, it's action, action, action. All right? That's all we got for this week. So let's hit the tarot table. Thank you so much for being here, Virgo. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. And let's start with your angel numbers and see what they have to say with, a spiritual awakening this week with 777, my favorite numbers. You are on the right path. Virgo, you're spiritually evolving and aligning with your higher purpose. Good. So that sun moving into Libra is really helping us balance and harmonize. Excellent. Now, that's a great message. Let's get a message from your guides. This is from the Energy and Spirit Oracle. Let's see what message they have for you. All right. And it's Wisdom of the Magi, number 5. With mental clarity. Wow. So, what I want you to do is to tap in to that inner wisdom you have this week. It may bring you some insight, especially on spirituality, that will really help you moving forward going into October. Let's figure out some mental clarity. And mental clarity is not allowing our mind, our negative thoughts to overcome it. Maybe some meditation. Maybe some red light therapy will help. I offer both, by the way. So that kind of thing, you know what I mean? This is opening up, maybe, just maybe, because I see that blue ball. Maybe we need to speak our truth, okay? Interesting. Let's get a shadow work card, and this is Find Wholeness. Interesting. Bring together fragments that complete you. So this is acceptance of some of your stuff. And inner peace, again, going within, mental clarity. And you see that little person there, that may be the missing puzzle piece, is something from your childhood that stops the mental clarity, that blocks the mental clarity. You see what I'm saying? Wow, interesting. All right, let's do it. Let's get the vibe for this week for you, Virgo, and see what we have. What do we have for Virgo this week? There's like one more in there. We'll give it one more set. One more shot. Boom. Okay, there we are. Oh boy, yeah. You want to talk about mental clarity. There it is with the Ace of Swords personified. Yes. So a new way of looking at things. Have patience. It's hard to teach an old dog new tricks. It really is. But after some time, things will balance out. This also shows the sun and the moon equal balance. Okay? Could be significant of the full moon. So by next week, we should probably already have our results. The Seven of Pentacles is put your time and effort into practice, is to really put the effort into what your intentions are. All right? The Wheel of Fortune says it's time. And the Three of Cups is celebrating. Maybe you're celebrating small victories, but this is put your energy and focus into things that pay off this week, guys. Wow, that's incredible. And the Wheel of Fortune says it's time. Anytime it comes out, instead of going, you're lucky, you're this, it's time. It's time. And the universe is setting it. With Temperance and the Wheel of Fortune out, yes, it's definitely divine timing here. All right, let's get oracles for my lovely Virgos. Patience and planning. That's part of that 7 team right there. Suffering in silence. Yeah, we need to get rid of that. That's where we need that mental clarity. With patience and planning, of course. Everything in its due time. Everything, yes, yes, yes. And look at that. 4 of Wands and the 6 of Wands. Victory, harmony, foundations and achievement. Again, celebrating victories, big or small. This week is big. It looks like you have to really, what this looks like is you finally realizing how blessed and grateful you actually really are. Maybe it's returning to that kind of, that spirituality, you know? Interesting. All right. Let's get some love. Suffering in silence. I'm really not liking that. That's a 9 of Swords. That's, you know, that's anxiety. Ooh, relationships. Don't be foolish. Oh yeah, open up to them. It's time. Look at that. Yes, yes, yes. Very good. And Virgo, I've been saying this for a while. For some of you single Virgos. You're ready. Don't be foolish. Open up to it. You're on the right path. It's time. So much. Wow. Let's get messages of love. What do we have for you, my lovely Virgos? Keep saying my lovely Virgos. It almost seems like I need to say that to you. It's interesting. Very interesting. All right. I never really say that. That's the thing. Okay. All right. For some of you Virgos, you could be experiencing some time apart, and some distance will help bring clarity. Maybe that's the clarity we need, and it's working. All right. Decision. It's time to decide about this relationship. For many of you, it's no longer suffering in silence. It's working towards it. Okay. And apology. You can expect the apology you want to hear. That's probably what you're suffering in silence about. Maybe it's time. Maybe it's time for you to give the apology that other person needs to hear. All right? Stranger things have happened. And marriage, for a lot of you, this could be happening. This relationship is moving towards a sacred union. You should be celebrating. Maybe you're already celebrating. Maybe you got married during the solar eclipse. Good for you. Congratulations. But a lot to unpack here. Maybe some time apart now has brought you two together. Maybe a second go at this. Let's get, what's the vibe? And see what else adds to this. Wow, we just raced through that reading. Dear Lord. That's a 10-minute reading right there. The message is very, interesting. This is interesting. Longing. Missing you. Let's talk. Reunion. Oh boy. Oh boy. A lot of you. And there's that message. Don't be foolish. Don't go back if they were a dirtbag. You know what I mean? But there's possibilities available to you, Virgo. Follow your dreams. Make up your mind. And believe in yourself. That's the missing piece to finding wholeness at this time. All right. Let's get a closing message for you. Let's see what we got. Ooh, with balance. Yeah, perfect time for this. And we've got balance all over this. All over this reading. Okay? So, closing message is balance. Find balance to maintain harmony in relationships. Now, I think that's what we're moving towards. Okay? I think this has been happening since the last full moon for a lot of you Virgos, and now it's starting to come full circle. Did I say circo or circle? Anyway, lot to unpack here, Virgo, but there's a big focus on relationships, friends, family, work, co-workers, all of that. Things coming together, but finding that clarity. And there may be some insecurities in yourself that you need to release. A lot of you could be getting an apology that it's time for. A lot of things, your relationships are finally coming into balance as we close out this week of the month, all right? Virgo, that is going to do it for your tarot reading. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget that to watch the freaking weekend, 10 a.m.s on Fridays. That gives you the vibe for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And I'm going live Thursday, 7 p.m. I'm going to be doing monthly tarot readings for all the signs, including yours. Make sure you check that out. And of course, if you would like a reading with me in person or online, well, then let's just hook up. I've got a lot of time available for you. Book yours now. Virgo, I love you so much. Harmony and balance in your relationships, and that's what you will see. And I will see you Thursday. Libra, welcome. It's Jeff here at Raise Your Vibration TV, and that means it's time for your midweek reset tarot reading. That's right. I give you the vibe for Wednesday to Tuesday, and this is for the dates September 24th all the way to September 30th. So welcome, Libra. I hope you had a great weekend. I hope that week wasn't too much for you. It is your season, so happy birthday to you very early, Libras. Yeah, let's do it. Am I synced up or what? Yeah, it looks like it. Okay. Gotta check this stuff. So welcome to your season, Libra. It is your time of the year, the most balanced time of the year. Or at least that's what we're looking for. So, this week, because we've had so much going on, we got a rest week. There's still things at play with all that heavy energy that we just experienced. But now, we kind of am able to move through this week with not a lot of energy shifts. There's no big energy shifts. They all happened already. And we're getting ready for that full moon phase in the beginning of October. So right now we are in a waxing crescent phase. So this is good for growth. It's good for building momentum and taking action on what we need to do because we started at the new moon. So this is going to go until the 29th. And then on the 29th, we get to the first quarter. And this is about overcoming challenges. This is making decisions and sticking to them and actions also. So again, you know, I say that it's a rest week. I only say it's a rest week because at this point, all we really have to be focusing on is the energies that we are currently dealing with. All right. So we're not taking anything else in until October. All right. So we're kind of going out of this week fast, but soft. I guess that's the way we can put it. All right. So let's go to the tarot table and get our angel numbers to start this off. Thank you so much for being here. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, and let's get the vibe. Your angel numbers for you. Wow. Forgot the mic was in picture. And it's evolution this week. With 5, 6, 7, you are evolving spiritually and emotionally, moving towards a greater wisdom and understanding. So again, there's that momentum that we're building up this week. So let's keep that wave going. Now, let's get a message from our guides. This is from the Energy and Spirit Oracle. And let's see what we got for you, Libra. Let's see what we have for you. Yeah, I gotta cut that deck again. Absolutely. Let's see, what do we got? It's this one right here, number 22, and it's the journey guide. Travel, change in location. Okay, so this week we're traveling, we're evolving, we're moving towards something. There's no doubt about that. All right, Libra, maybe in this season, you're going to take that trip you wanted to take. Or maybe this is just the trip of life. Trip to the life fantastic, you know? We're getting used to this energy. We're probably acclimating to it. Not a problem. It's good. Now, let's get your shadow oracle. And it could be an emphasis on travel. So we'll see what other cards reinforce that message. All right? But maybe, you know, you're thinking about getting a new home. You could be traveling for your job, something like that. So let's see. Let's see. But be ready for the journey. So your shadow work is defensive. You're being defensive. Unseen resistance to unresolved issues. Explore with curiosity. So do some reflection. There's some things you got to accept, but it promotes growth. The one thing you do need to do is not be so defensive. Don't put those walls up when there's opportunities available here. You see what I'm saying? So just be aware of that, okay? So let's get the vibe for you now, okay? Let's see what the cards have for you for this week. For our evolution, to evolve spiritually and emotionally, and moving towards greater wisdom and understanding with travel here. So we're going to new territory, Libra. I say, you know what I say? I say go for it. I say go for the opportunity. I'm pretty sure your gut's already telling you that. You know what I'm saying? All right, just let me zoom this camera in a little bit more. Okay, there we go. Now we got it. All right, let's get your cards ready. Let's see. What do we have for Libra for this week? What do we need to know to help us along our path? Wow, there's a lot. Wow. I think we start off very indecisive on which way to go here, okay? This may be a slight glitch for you. We need to work on that, all right? It's very imperative that you do that. You're holding back and wasting your energy, and you're not listening to your inner voice. I'm going to put this right here. because you're not listening to your inner voice with the Hermit. You have an opportunity here out of the blue to really open up, but your indecisiveness, Libra, your indecisiveness as an individual is always going to be compromised when you are indecisive. You need to make a decision here. And you see how the Hermit is kind of balancing these three each. You see that? So you're holding back your decision. You know what you have to do, but you're wasting your energy because you're not listening to your inner voice. And that is creating some friction in your life. And you may not know it. You may be thinking it's outside circumstances when it's really not. There is an opportunity that comes out of the blue once you realize this and start listening to your inner voice. And then the Nine of Cups comes through with wish fulfillment. So this may be part of your evolution here. This may be part of your journey this week. Interesting. Now, let's get some oracles to reinforce this or to give us more clarity on what could be the indecision here. Two of Swords and the Seven of Cups always show indecision and confusion. I know what it is. It's trapped in fear. Fear is the dream killer. Fear will keep you in this spot, and you're holding that back. You need to stand your ground. Movements, choices, and decisions to make. Again, more movement here. Allow the universe to inspire you. Okay? And prosperity begins. So again, opening up to prosperity, your closed-mindedness. Yeah, you see how these two cards go with this? You see what I'm saying? Like, you need to open up to the opportunities available to you, and the universe will give it to you. Just when you thought things were going to get really bad, they actually get really good. I'm liking this so far. It seems like a lot, but it's really not. Let's look at relationships. Could this be about relationships? You know, the Five of Cups is regret and sorrow. Let's see. We need to put sevens on the board. I just saw that. 777 on the board, folks, and that's spiritual lesson, luck, and enlightenment. Again, situation with money here, big time, is going to come through. I want the sevens to show. I'll put that right there. Yeah. Big opportunities here. What's going on in relationships? Fear of failure, being left alone, wasting your energy in that space. You deserve reciprocating energy. And I think that's the bottom line where you need to make a decision here. Libra, you see the balance, you see the scales right there. Plain as day. Okay? We need to focus on reciprocating energy. You deserve that. And Nine of Pentacles, again, another 9. Pay attention. That's 9s on the board too. You're getting a lot of angel numbers today for this reading. Don't give up. Release and let go. Wow. Let go of your confusion. What a huge, awesome reading. Holy shit. That's incredible, man. Oh. And there go the sevens. I knew that was going to happen. You got the idea, though. You got the idea. Okay. Let's get some not angel messages. This is messages of love, my dear. And the first one is go slow. Take time to get to know each other. Again, the balance here. Let's not rush into things. Intuition, you already know the answers you seek. And this is the problem at the beginning of the reading with that Hermit. You know, listen to your inner voice. Trust. It is safe to trust in this situation. So what are you doing? That's the thing I got to ask. What are you doing? Be patient with this process. Trust it. Oh my God. And look, patience. Everything will unfold in divine timing. When you open up to it, you're holding back. Why? Why are you holding back? You're holding back your own success, your own balanced life. I think you're blaming it on other people. All right. I say what I say. And What is it? I have spoken. All right. Maybe this is it. Daydreaming. Head in the clouds, delusion, hopes and dreams. This could be a big thing. Again, the Seven of Cups is hopes and dreams. The Nine of Cups is dreams coming true. So it depends on where you're going to put your focus this week. On delusions and illusions? Letting your mind keep you in this trapped fear? It's up to you. Let's get a closing message for you. You definitely got some work to do, Libra, in this birthday season, but you're evolving. You're moving on. There's definitely movement here. Don't let go. I mean, don't give up, but let go of what no longer serves you. All right, and closing message is prayer. Absolutely. Prayer. Prayer is a dialogue with the universe. Express your wishes. Again, tell the universe what you want. And miracles, absolutely. Miracles are everywhere. Keep the faith and be on the lookout for them. Wow. Big, strong finish right here for you. Understand that, absorb it, and take it in. There's miracles all around you, but you are not being receptive to them. If you are not receiving what you want, you need to put that out there double time. It's not time to give up. It's time to let go. Maybe of outcomes. Maybe of, again, illusions. It seems like it's illusions. All right, Libra. That's going to do it for this week for you. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget, I'm going live Thursday, 7 o'clock, and we are going to be doing October's monthly readings for getting the tarot reading for your sign and everybody's sign. So make sure you check it out. If you don't, listen, I'm not going to be upset. I'll be a little bummed, but I'll get over it because you can watch the replay. So it's there evergreen after that. So don't feel like you're missing out. But you are missing out on a lot of fun. You know, it's better than doom scrolling. I guarantee it. And don't forget, the freaking weekend to give you the vibe for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is available Fridays, 10 a.m. And if you like this general reading, you are going to love your personal reading. So go ahead, click the link in the description and book yours. I have more availability for in-person and online all the way up to 9 o'clock. So if you're anywhere in the country or in the world, I got your time covered. So I love you all. Have a great week. Happy birthday, Libra season. And I will see you Thursday. Scorpio, welcome. It's Jeff here at Raise Your Vibration TV. And that means it's time for your midweek reset tarot reading. That's right. I give you tarot guidance and clarity for Wednesday to Tuesday. And the dates are September 24th all the way to September 30th. So welcome, Scorpio. Hope you are doing well. Mars moved into your sign earlier this week. Yeah. So that's your old ruler. Starting to feel that spark yet? I hope so. Now, we've had a lot of energy happen in the last week. We've had new moon, solar eclipse, partial solar eclipses. We've had it all. Everything changing, moving, shaking, really shaking things up. You could definitely say that. But now, this week, we don't have that much astrological stuff going on. So, the message is going to be maybe a little shorter, maybe a little lighter. But this is kind of like finishing out the month, you know, and we're moving quickly towards October because the moon phases have us in a waxing crescent as of right now until the 29th. This is all about growth, momentum, and taking action. This is when we start to take action, putting those intentions forward as we did for the new moon. And on the 29th, we move into the first quarter, which is a big deal. And this is when we overcome all the challenges that we're faced with and make decisions and actions based on that. So that's it. It's a momentum. It's gaining momentum. It's gaining movement towards that full moon that we're going to be having at the beginning of October. All right, so let's get to the tarot table. Like I said, that's all. No big Mercury moving here, this, that, moving in that sign. This is going fucking sideways. None of that, you know? It's just straight up energy right now. We can kind of acclimate to it. So let's get our angel numbers for this week. Thank you so much for being here. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, and let's get to the angel numbers. And the word of the week is trust for you with 232. Trust in yourself and the universe, Scorpio. Have faith in the divine plan and trust that everything is unfolding as it should. Beautiful message for the week. I must say so myself. All right, but we're not done. Wait, there's more. We have messages from our guides. And this is from the Energy and Spirit Oracle. So let's do it. Which one? Neither. Okay. They need to be cut again. And then dealt properly. One message, please. Yes, keep that. And it's number 9 with the healing heart. With love, acceptance, and romance. Okay. Well, Scorpio, we could all do some of that. We could all use some of that. But this is about healing. Maybe accepting some things. Trusting in the universe, having faith in the divine. All right. Let's get our shadow oracle. Because you know how we do. So keep an open heart. And some romance. Let's not forget. Romance. Hidden desires. Starting to become clear now. Your deepest desires hold the seed of your potential. This is about longing, passion, and feeling fulfilled. Wow. Kind of looks like the tree in the back, don't it? See that? See that? Weird. All right. Longing. Passion. That heart. Ooh. Ooh la la, Scorpio. Little lovin' goes a long way. Hidden desires. What is it that you're passionate about, Scorpio? What is it that you set aside to probably raise your kids or take care of somebody else, and now you have the time to do it? Is it time? I'm getting that message for a lot of you Scorpios. All right, let's get the vibe for the week. Interesting. Let's see what we have. Or this could just be you opening up to romance and love and acceptance, maybe of just who you are. Look at that. All these cards are face down except for the Ace of Pentacles. That wants to show you a new beginning here. Oh boy. All right. Don't be tempted to hold on to things just because it's safe. Don't be tempted to talk yourself out of this new beginning that's available for you. In fact, King of Swords is very confident in where he's going. He's mature. He's been through it all. And he's changed his mind. And it's all about winning. And this is great. Ace of Pentacles to the Ten of Pentacles. This is a new job. This is more money coming your way. This is you speaking no more bullshit for Scorpio. You're ending September with a bang, definitely. Could be moving to get a job, opening up to your heart's desires, your hidden desires. Oh boy, I'm getting a big message that it's time for you. And I think that's great. I think that's absolutely fantastic. Now, let's go ahead and get some oracles. Yeah, this could be a new job. This could be, maybe some of you have the opportunity to retire. So don't talk yourself into it like, oh, I got to keep working in order to feel productive. You know, again, what is it that you put on hold that now you're getting an opportunity to go ahead and start? You know, this could be it, guys. This could be it. Look at that. The heart chakra came out again. Look at all cups. First, the Ace of Cups. Love begins. What is going on here? Heart chakra, healing, love for yourself, and Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment. Oh my God. Whoa. If my singing bowl was closer, I would ring the bell, but it's on the other side of the room. Oh my God, guys. This is incredible energy here. Incredible energy with the heart chakra. The symbolism is off the chart. Off the charts. New beginning, maybe taking care of yourself. Maybe accepting some things. You're finally ready to move on. This is powerful energy for you. Either way, Scorpio. Powerful, transformative energy. Let's look at love. Anything else? Yeah, setting yourself free from past judgments, past relationships that failed, you know. Maybe you've been stuck in them for a while and now it's time. Look, the King of Swords is out again. Maybe communication coming to you. Both of you will communicate to each other. Look at that. Ace of Wands and the Three of Cups. Wow. This is a new beginning, celebrating. Maybe a new beginning, a relationship, situationship with a friend. I mean, all bets are off. I mean, anything goes here. Not all bets are off, but anything goes, Scorpio. Anything goes. Wow. Let's get messages of love. So release these past relationships. Maybe you're getting out of a relationship that somebody was just very judgmental towards you. You know what I mean? And we don't want that. All right, so let's get some more. All right, that's it. That's it. Okay. Warning. Don't dismiss the red flags here. Okay, now, with the Devil card and the Death Rebirth card, that is, don't dismiss the red flag, which is don't stay in something you know is not good for you and that you deserve better. That's what that's about. In fact, trust. It's safe to trust in this situation. Now the universe is working in your favor. Now, for some of you, finances. Financial challenges are affecting this relationship. Fucking zoom in. What is going on? Good. There we go. I have no patience for this shit today. But maybe some financial situations are coming up that's kind of hurt this relationship, or maybe just you opening up to a relationship. With the Ace of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles here, no sweat. Nine of Cups, you got this. If you've been waiting for a job offer, it's coming, kids. All right, and friendship. I wish I had my bell here. This friendship is leading to more. For a lot of you Scorpios, you could be opening up to that. All right, let's get what's the vibe, everybody. Let's get what's the vibe. Wow, lots of love to be had here. Maybe just loving what you're doing. Cutting ties, freedom, standing up for yourself, and awakening. Oh boy. You are not fucking around this week. Not at all. Good for you. I think you're realizing, you're accepting that the love that you have to offer should be directed towards someone or someone else that deserves it. Wow. Absolutely fantastic. Let's get a closing message for you. And it's all determination this week. Face your challenges with determination because you can achieve anything. God damn. So don't be tempted. Oh, I'll wait. I'll wait till after the holidays. No. And that's your card with transformation. Transformation is the soul's evolution. Trust where you're going, guys. You've never been there before, but I'm going to tell you something, Scorpio. It's going to be a hell of a lot better than you've allowed yourself. And it's time for rewards. So open up to them. And go back to that thing that you were passionate about way back when. And let me know what that is and how you're doing with it. Because that's one thing I do, is try to ignite that passion. I always ask people, whether giving a tarot reading, especially with astrology, I ask them, I'm like, what do you want to be when you grow up? Now, this person could be 50, like me, 56. And they always laugh, but it's the truth. What did you want to have? Well, I always wanted to be a writer, and I'm seeing writing and publishing all over the chart, all over it. It happens every fucking time. Well, I met my wife. I had kids, I wanted to, provide for my family. Okay, so what are you doing now? My kids are all grown up. I'm divorced and I'm climbing the walls. How about we get back into that passion? You all of a sudden see the wrinkles and the just all of a sudden just light up. You know what I mean? Why not? Now is the time. It wasn't the time then, but it so is the time now. And I'm living testament to that because I wanted to do what I'm doing right now that I do all day for the rest of my life. I wanted to do this at 20 something. Okay. But I was arrogant. I thought you had to do a lot of different things that you didn't have to do. And also, I fell in love. I had two beautiful children. And that took priority. And I still worked on that, but it almost seemed like a hobby. But now that they're all grown up and I'm divorced, what was stopping me? And the light bulb went off. Yeah, let's do it. Now is the time. And it was. Lightning in a bottle. Boom. There it is. Scorpio, I hope that helps, because there's a huge thing about getting back your passion. If it's one thing I know, Scorpios are very passionate, because I have Scorpio rising. So, do it. This is the week to do it. The horn clarified that. All right, Scorpio, I love you all. Thank you so much for watching. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Don't forget, I'm going live tomorrow. Well, yeah, tomorrow, 7 p.m. And I'm doing your monthly tarot reading for all signs, including your rising sign and your sun sign, your moon sign, all of them. All right? If you would like a personal reading with me, well, that's really easy. Click the link in the description. It'll bring you to my booking page. And I've extended hours, so grab your reading while you can. All right, Scorpio, I love you all. Thank you for watching, and I will see you Thursday. Sagittarius, welcome. It's Jeff here at Raise Your Vibration TV, and that means it's time for your midweek reset tarot reading. That's right. I give you guidance and clarity for Wednesday all the way to Tuesday, and the dates for this week are September 24th all the way to September 30th. We're closing out the month of September. We're in full Libra season now. Everything has shifted, and now this week we kind of get to settle in on this, but we still have to take action, and I'll tell you why. Right now, we're currently in a waxing crescent moon phase, and this is all about growth. This is when we foster our growth. This is when we start to gain momentum and start to take action towards the intentions that we set at the new moon time. Now it's time to act on them. And on the 29th, we're moving into the first quarter. So this is about overcoming challenges. This is about decisions and actions and making them work. So again, even though this is a rest period with nothing really shifting astrologically, there still is a time where we have to keep that momentum going and moving forward. All right. So, like I said, not much to talk about. So let's go to the tarot table and start. Let's get our angel numbers. Thank you so much for being here. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. And let's get your angel numbers for the week. There they are. Just like that. Ooh, empowerment with 898. Stand in your power to embrace your true potential with confidence. So this week is all about empowerment. Take action. Start building that momentum. Start focusing on that growth for you. Now, let's get a message from our guides. This is from the Energy and Spirit Oracle. And I like to switch it up. Okay. Well, I'm going to take that one and put all these back. Okay. Thank you very much. All right. Yeah. Perfect. Libra season. Number 24 with balance. Centered energy and self-care. That is how we obtain balance this week. That's how we empower ourselves, is focusing on balance. And I'm pretty sure it's all about self-care for you. So let's get a shadow oracle. See the way that came out like that? Stubborn. What is this? Focus. It can denote perseverance, but it also may hinder progress. So this is teaching us this week to be flexible, to resolve some issues, and again, focusing on growth. Maybe that's what you need to do, is center your energy. Maybe bring your energy back from situations or people that don't reciprocate it. You know what I'm saying? And it empowers you in the process. So let's go ahead and get the vibe for the week. Let's do this. Let's see, what do we got for you, Sagittarius? Okay. Wow. Lots of energy here. Okay. Well, it seems like for us, we really need to just walk away from what no longer serves us. And I'll tell you specifically why. We have some anxiety, and it may be trying to do too much. Again, we're trying to get that balance. The Two of Pentacles is juggling so much in our lives here. Nine of Swords is it's starting to wear on us. We're probably not getting enough sleep. It's probably keeping us up. We're worrying way too much. And we need to let that go. And, maybe this will help and empower you by saying, we don't have to get anxious. We just don't have to sit there with it. What we could do is get excited instead, because anxiety and excitement are on the same spectrum. So anxiety is nothing but the fear of the unknown. So instead of letting it freak us out, let it empower us. I don't know what's going to happen, but I am excited because I know it's better than what I allowed myself before. That will help immensely. Now, if you're thinking about, money coming in, well, it will, but be more flexible. You're being a little too stubborn in your approach here, and it's not serving you, and it puts things out of balance. The Queen of Pentacles shows, yes, you are worthy of money flowing to you. Money is in energy form. And the King of Wands is definitely embracing a change here. You've got to change the way that you've been handling it, okay? And usually walking away from this imbalance will actually foster balance, okay? So, let's get some oracles. Let's see where we're at. For you. Okay. These cards are so warm, they almost feel like cloth. They're not even like cards anymore. It's funny. It's funny. All right. Wow. Yeah, security's been shaken. So again, that's where the anxiety comes from. I am supported. The universe supports me. Feet on the ground approach. You got to work on that shadow. Definitely. So definitely doing some shadow work this week. Maybe you have. And you're kind of ready to walk away from that. Maybe spending some time alone or in solitude this week, really working things out and really opening up to universal knowledge, what's helped you kind of focus on material and spiritual prosperity. This is the Six of Pentacles. So again, you deserve reciprocating energy. Energy is not reciprocating. So focus on getting reciprocating energy. Maybe you've given too much for everybody else and now it's time to give for yourself. Sometimes the universe kind of says, Sag, what are you doing? You got to take care of yourself. So we're going to put you in this position where you have to, and you don't want to get to that point because then it gets extreme, so just be aware of that. Okay. All right. Let's get relationships and love. Anything else? Yeah, I think there's like two more in there. 1, 2. Thank you. All right. Yep, it's time for some healing. Definitely, especially with relationships. Let's put things back into work. Put in the work, actually. The only way it's going to work is putting in the work. Messages coming in. Things moving fast. Offers also, Page of Pentacles. Things moving in, messages definitely coming in. Page of Pentacles with the Eight of Wands there, definitely. And recognition and reward. This is great energy too. Pay attention to this. This is things working out, putting in the work and it paying off. And there's quite a few pentacles in here, which means that, it's not get rich quick. It's long-term investment for you, okay? Especially when it comes to money and relationships. It's just not fly by night. All right, let's get some messages of love. Let's see, what else do we have? All right, yeah, okay, so now that this is starting to make a little bit more sense here, is release. Radical acceptance and surrender can help you let go. Again, why get anxious? Let's get excited. Maybe that's the radical acceptance you need to approach. But look at this balance. A lot of focus on balance here. One person is giving too much in this relationship. So it's kind of calling you out on that. You know what I mean? Everybody's got their part to play in this. And you can't take on all the roles. It just doesn't make sense to do that, okay? And past life love. Your soul remembers this intense connection. Maybe we're dealing with past life residual stuff that we need to let go of, you know? Whatever it is, it's like no more surviving, but thriving. Yeah, I think that's the message there. Not surviving, but thriving. You're just kind of being stubborn about it. So let's get what's the vibe and see what we have for you this week with what's the vibe. Big focus on balance here, guys. And a lot of empowerment comes out of that, I believe. So let's see what else we have for you from What's the Vibe. What's the vibe? What's the vibe? Interesting. Yeah, okay, all good stuff. Intimacy. Mutual respect, unity, and closeness. Again, this is what happens when we bring things into balance. Okay? And then look at that, harmony. Well, balance, peace, and happiness. You can't make this shit up. So basically, balance has been all over this reading. They're keywords, they're all over the place. Messages. So focus on balance. You're focusing on the imbalance and trying desperately to look at me juggle. And you're fucking horrible at it. You know what I mean? So let some of these things go so you can then balance. All right? Too many plates spinning. It's a nightmare, okay? So let's get a closing message for you. And see what we got. Wow, oh my God, you've got it. You've got to be kidding me. You have got to be kidding me. Find balance to maintain harmony in relationships. I'm speechless. How many times did this show up? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times in this reading. And we just moved into Libra, the sign of what? Balance. That's right. Big, big, big focus on you, focusing on balance instead of what's out of balance. That's the key in this. You don't go looking for balance. You already know what's out of balance. You already know what's tipping the scales that are not in your favor. Now it's time to kind of fucking get rid of some of this shit that's outweighing it and let it balance. Wow, so easy. Sometimes the easiest route is the best one. Or the simplest, I should say, not the easiest. That's what you're trying to do, the easiest. It ain't working, okay? Sag, that's a lot. Great message here, but all of this comes down to what? Being empowered and letting go of your stubborn ways, okay? Big message for you. All right, Sag, that's going to do it for this week. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Wow. Don't forget, I'm going live tomorrow night, and tomorrow at 7 p.m., we are going to be doing monthly tarot readings for October. Why not? Let's get it done. So join us. And if you can't join us, it's okay. I'll be pissed, but I'll get over it. But you can watch the replay. So it'll be evergreen once I go live. But if you got nothing to do tomorrow, and instead of doom scrolling, come and get some guidance and info and hang out with yours truly, okay? And if you like your general tarot reading, you're going to love your real tarot reading or astrology reading. You can book that in person or online. I've extended my hours to at least 9 p.m. for online reading, so let's do it. All right, Sag, I love you all. Have a great week, and I will see you Thursday. Capricorn, welcome. It's Jeff here at Raise Your Vibration TV, and that means it's time for your, that's right, midweek reset tarot reading. We all said it together, and this is for Wednesday to Tuesday. Nice. And these are for the dates the 24th of September all the way to the 30th. That's right. September came in and fucking got the fuck out real fast. What is going on here? But we've had a lot of energy to deal with this weekend and the past week. So guess what? The universe is like, you know what, kids? Let's take it easy. So that's what we're going to do. No major energy shifts. Ooh, did you hear my leg stuck to the chair? I don't care. It's like 76 degrees outside and it's late September. You've answered my prayers. So I hope the universe has answered your prayers too. But we don't have anything really major or pressing going on this week. We had it. We had enough last week and the week before. Now we're getting a rest, just a little bit. But we got to just keep swimming. You know what I mean? And the energy is calling for that, especially the moon phases, because we're in a waxing crescent right now. And this is all about growth. This is about building momentum and taking the action. Yes, just keep swimming. Now on the 29th, we get into the first quarter, and that's overcoming our challenges that are presented to us. And it's also making decisions and actions and sticking to them. So even though this is astrologically a rest week, we still have movement. We still have to build this up because we've got that full moon coming in the beginning of October. So let's go to the tarot table and get the vibe for you. Thank you so much for being here, Capricorn. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Yes, let's get the vibe. Angel numbers, please. There we go. Ooh, and it's about Robin. It's about adaptability with 765. You focus. Oh my God. Wait, should we try it here? I mean, how far do I have to fucking back up? Missouri? What the fuck is going on here? Oh, there we go. You are flexible and capable of facing changes. Trust in your strength to navigate any challenges that arise. That's right. So around that first quarter, we're really going to be tested to be adaptable in this. You know what I mean? You can't be rigid with this energy right now. You can't. It will fucking blow up. So that's the angel numbers. Let's get a message from your guides from the Energy and Spirit Oracle. Which one? Bottom one. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, and it's Archangel Zadkiel with number 21. And this is all about self-acceptance, compassion, and forgiveness. Kind of looks like my neighbor Lucas. He lives upstairs from the center. He's on a very clean diet, so all he eats is meat. So my hallway at a very specific time, either 1:30 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon, smells like hamburger cooked in a rug store. You know what I mean? It's horrible. I'm great that he's, fucking eating well, but Jesus Christ, it makes my store stink. So I got to burn more incense, more Nag Champa, Good Lord. The first thing I don't want people to do is to walk into my hallway, the vestibule or whatever it's called, and smelling meat, cooking meat, it smells like hamburger. It always smells like burnt meat or something. But anyway, so this is all about self-acceptance, compassion, and forgiveness. I will forgive Lucas for stinking up my joint, but I have some compassion, and I have to self-accept that maybe I could use a meat diet. So with that being said, I would love a meat diet, but let's get, and I am on one. I just quit smoking and got fucked up in a car accident for the last 6 months, so give me a goddamn break. All right, I've been February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. I've been 8 months without a cigarette. Fuck yeah. Look at this. Positive change. Well, for God's sake. Transform pain into strength and empower yourself. This is about your evolution, setting yourself free and ascending with positive change, positive thoughts. And I think the key is being flexible and adaptable this week, okay? And again, compassion and forgiveness in your heart is the ultimate form of healing, and that will surely help you ascend and evolve. Unless you were part of the rapture, congratulations, but you're not watching, Everybody's still here. Isn't that crazy? Rapture madness. Rapture madness. People quitting their jobs, selling their cars, telling their kids goodbye. What kind of fucking delusion is going on lately, you know? The hell is going on here? All right. Let's get the vibe for you. Rapture. What? No, you said keep those. Okay. That was like the first rap song. You know that? That Blondie song? Okay. Interesting. I've been saying that a lot lately. Wow, you got your defenses up. Oh boy. Oh boy. Listen. Listen, Linda. Listen. My mom's name's Linda. This looks good. There's opportunities here. There's opportunity for justice. There's an opportunity for balance. Okay, we are in Libra season right now. Of course that's going to come out for you, Capricorn, to make sure that we're making a point here. But this is an end to heartache and loss and all of that. You got to let your walls down. You still have this. Again, that is being rigid. That's not being flexible. You need to protect your energy against shitty energy. All right? You need to trust your intuition and make that change. There's an opportunity here that comes out of all of this. I know it seems a little rough, but goddamn does it make it really, 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 really starts to make sense now. And that's okay. You need that. You know what I'm saying? You need that. You need that comfort that I can let go of this. That I can finally make a change and a choice that will last. And an opportunity comes out of this. But you have to be willing to change. You have to be willing to be flexible and adapt. But put up boundaries, not walls. That's a big one. Okay? We're not going to do it the same way we did it before. And I think that's just because you're settling for nothing less, you know? So let's get some oracles. That's a lot of message right there. That's a whole lot of message. A whole lot of rosy. 8 of Cups. Emotionally withdrawal. Yeah. Because that's got you all up in the feels. And it's not right. Focus on the light. That's right. The sun. Shine as brightly as the sun. Positive movement forward. Again, this pays off. It may seem a little crazy, but it actually pays off for you. And material harvest. With the 9 of Pentacles, that's right. You make this change, it's going to pay off. It really does. Let's look at relationships. Let's see what's going on there. What is going on with relationships for Capricorn this week? Let's see. It seems like, again, these cards don't want to go together. So there's resistance there of some sort. What did we talk about? What was I just been saying? You can't resist. You have to, you have to be flexible, Capricorn. I think it's my way or the highway attitude, and that may have been the illusion of working for you last time, but it's not for this time. Okay, so, again, let's put away things from the past. That's you. The devil. That's the card that represents you. These are childhood issues that are being brought up again. Again, King of Cups keeps their calm in the storm, all right? Make sure you are aware of that. And look at that. Creating the love that you want. Creating the life you want. Focusing on balance. This is really good energy, guys. I don't want you to think, what the hell's going on here? This is great energy. You're stepping into something new here. You just have to trust it, You have to be flexible. Especially when situations arise that really trigger you. You just can't go down that road. You can't fire the way you did before. It's very important that you don't do that, okay? So, let's get messages of love, messages of love, messages of love. And the first one is addiction. And addiction is affecting this relationship. With the devil there, the death card, The Three of Swords, you could be dealing with some form of addiction from your other person or your person or even yourself. So I'm sending you all kinds of healing, love, and light, all of that, because that's not an easy thing to be dealing with. And interference, an external party is intruding on this relationship. Are you going to let it? Or are you addicted? Are you addicted to I'm the boss applesauce? You know what I mean? Strictly sexual. This connection is passionate but not enduring. For some of you, again, this card always makes me scratch my head. I really don't know how it could fit into this context unless it fits for you specifically. So I've done my job. But the thing is that sure, it's passionate, but it's not enduring. Maybe we need more substance. And maybe we think because of we have a good sex life, that promotes a good mental and, emotional sex life. And sometimes that's not the case. So wait, the timing is not quite right. So let's not act harshly. Let's plan this out. Let's start to build momentum up this week. That's exactly what we need to do. All right, so let's get what's the vibe and see what else is in store for you, Capricorn. All right. Healing, self-care, introspection, and meditation. Something you could really use this week with all of this stuff going on. But that can help with the positive change and being hopeful, inspired, staying optimistic, and focusing on success. Because there is a lot of success in this. There's no doubt about it. But it's kind of calling you out on some bullshit. And we've been doing that for the last couple weeks. Pay attention. All right, let's get a closing message for you. And see what we have. Wow, these readings are a lot shorter when I'm not doing the astrology on it. That kind of bums me out, Our time is almost over, Capricorn. I don't like it. All right, safety is the word. Safety is the foundation of life. Cherish the calm moments. Now, okay, part of that addiction is being addicted to drama. If there ain't nothing going on, I got to create some kind of bullshit. You know what I mean? Be aware of that. Instead, use it for positive change. Take care of yourself. Get some sleep. Meditate. Work on yourself. Be flexible and adaptable to the changing schedules. Don't be so rigid. All right, Capricorn, that is going to do it for your Midweek Tarot. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Don't forget, tomorrow I'm going live 7 p.m. and we're going to do tarot readings for October. Yes, your sign, your rising sign, your moon sign, I got you covered. And your lover sign and all of that. So come check it out. If you can't join the live, well, I guess I'll get over it. But the thing that's working in your favor is that you can watch it on the replay later. But I really want you to be there live, so I can't be a dick. People got shit to do. But I know what you're doing at 7 o'clock. Fucking nothing. All right. So come and join the party. All right. We'll have fun. I swear to God. All right. Capricorn, I love you all. Thank you so much for watching. If you want a reading, let's do it in person or online. I love you all and I will see you Thursday. Aquarius, welcome. It's Jeff here at Raise Your Vibration TV, and that means it's time for your midweek reset tarot reading. That's right, where we get the vibe for Wednesday to Tuesday, and the dates for this week are September 24th to September 30th. So welcome. Thank you so much for being here, Aquarius. Welcome. Wow, I totally mashed everything up. I'm so glad we're here today. Let's talk. Let's have a little talk, shall we? Aquarius, we've been through quite a bit. September. It's been a whirlwind, and a lot of energy changed last week. But this week, we don't have a lot of things changing, okay? We're building momentum up, all right? So again, no major astrological shifts. We can breathe, you know what I mean? But we still have work to do. As of right now, we are in a waxing crescent phase. So this is about focusing on growth. It's about building momentum, and it's taking action because we started those intentions at the new moon. And on the 29th, we're moving into the first quarter. So this is about overcoming challenges. This is about making decisions and taking action on them. So even though we have a rest week, we still have to build this energy up because it's building towards the full moon. Eventually, in a couple weeks, it'll be here. All right. So, like I said, that's it for the astrology. Astrology. Let's go to the tarot table. Mingya. Let's get our angel numbers. Thank you so much for being here, Aquarius. You're watching me have a crash out. No, you know what? It's just that I've been recording for a long time. And I haven't given myself an adequate break because I love doing what I do. Ooh, look at that. Your angel numbers are 777, my favorite numbers, and it's a spiritual awakening this week. You are on the right path, Aquarius. You're spiritually evolving and aligning with your true purpose. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Open up to that. And look, on my pile, it was sitting right there. Unbelievable. So, let's get a message from our guides. Whew, that was intense. I almost felt that like a bolt of lightning, just how your energy is, Aquarius. Let's get a message from our guides from the Energy and Spirit Oracle. None of these. Let's do another shuffle. Can I get a message? Can I get a message from my guides? Not from my guides, for Aquarius's guides. And there it is. Emotional desert. Inactivity and isolation. Now, this card is very cryptic. You know, you could be wandering the desert of inactivity and isolation. However, the sun is shining to show you that the oasis is clearly in sight. And it's not a vision. It's not a mirage. It's the real thing. So this period of isolation and inactivity that you've been in is about to end with the number 11 also. So pay attention to that, Aquarius. The oasis is not an illusion. So keep working at it, you know? All right. Let's get a shadow work oracle card because we love just being called out. I love this because it promotes growth, you know? It's very important. All right. We've got a couple here with stubborn. Focus. It can denote perseverance, but it also may hinder progress. So be flexible. Start resolving some things and moving towards growth. Again, you may be stubborn thinking that I'm in this desert for so long, there's no relief. And it's right there in front of you. Journey inward. Wow. The path to enlightenment starts within. Introspection and growth. That's twice with growth here. Spiritual growth, big time for you this week, Aquarius. It's available to you. Wow. I love it. That's great energy for you. Now, let's get the vibe. Let's see what is up. Is that browser window open? It sure is. Damn it. There we go. And all of a sudden the CPU usage goes down drastically. Of course. Jeez. All right, let's get the vibe for you, Aquarius. Thank you so much for being here. I love you all. You know I love doing your readings. Ooh. I don't know why I have this affinity towards Aquariuses. I really don't. I always have since I started my channel. I've always loved doing your readings. They're actually really juicy, you know? Like they are right now. Check this out. Okay. Something from the past is about to be healed here. The star is out. That's your card. That's your card. So you know this is your reading, you know? I'm going to put that right up there. Something from the past that this is something you've been waiting for. To kind of, I think this is working out for you. It's definitely something you've been waiting for, but you need to guard your energy, okay? From other people. You need to be open to whatever's going. This is great energy here, man. The Six of Cups, love is all around you. Again, something from the past that you may be stubborn on that you need to work on. Temperance is something coming back around to fix itself. You're getting a second chance at whatever this is. The Seven of Wands is protect your energy. Not everybody wants to see you enjoy yourself. This may be this self-deceptive energy too. But the Three of Wands is something coming in, and the Two of Cups, well, I mean, I love that card. Love it. Beautiful energy here. Something is about to turn in your favor. What could it be? It's definitely something from the past. Maybe you're just dealing with something. Now it's finally time to, take care of it. Interesting. Lots of change. Lots of change. Ooh. All right, anything else for Aquarius? Let's see. Yeah. All right, so in your solitude, you work on your chakra. This is about your pleasure. You've been in this desert for far too long. Interesting. They're all the same shade. Very interesting, Aquarius. This is also working on childhood issues. This is what brings you joy. When was the last time that you had some joy in your life? And why are you not allowing it into your life? You've spent enough time in isolation and solitude. You've learned the lesson. It's time to come back out. Hold that vision in your mind with third eye chakra and new beginnings. Don't be foolish. Open up to these new beginnings here. Wow, this is great energy. 369, you're manifesting something here. Wow. Be patient. Hold the vision in your mind. Wow. Let's look at love and relationships. This ought to be interesting. Simply because, Jeezy Pete. It's a lot. It's a lot going on, but I'm telling you, there's something. That Six of Cups is, it starts the reading off. So something's up when it comes to that. Relationships. A relationship coming back around, maybe letting go of a relationship. King of Swords, you're represented in this too. Wow. Anything else? Well, all these cards are face down, so that means that the King of Swords is out, which is your energy. And it's speaking, communicating. Again, coming out of that, out of this. It's time to let that go. All right? That Five of Cups energy. All is not lost. You see, you've turned your back because you see all those cups are empty, but those two cups are behind you. Change your perspective, and there they are right there. Interesting. Seven of Cups is opening up to your dreams and wishes, but you're confused about it. Focus on success. This will work out. Definitely. Wow. This is great energy here, guys. Something's up. And it all comes down to you communicating that. Maybe you think you lost your chance. Maybe you don't know what to say. Well, go within. Being stubborn isn't going to do it, I'll tell you that much. So let's get some messages of love and see what they add to this. Interference. An external party is intruding on this relationship. Maybe that's what's causing some of this drama and some of this pushback, is somebody else is fucking with this. Again, the Seven of Wands is in the middle of this reading that says protect your energy. That's a big one, so be careful about who's fucking with your stuff. And leap of faith. It's safe to make the move you're considering. Again, I think this is all indicative on your move, Aquarius. Your move. Check and mate. It's that kind of feeling. And abundance. You've done the work. Abundance flows to you now. Beautiful energy there. Beautiful. Now let's get, what's the vibe? And see what we have for you. What's the vibe for Aquarius? All right, for some of you, you may be in this, over your head, overextended, or hitting rock bottom. I think you've been there with this emotional desert. I think you're coming out of it. You're focusing on the oasis there. Beautiful. All is not lost. Focus on harmony, balance, peace, and happiness. Allow that into your life. And don't let other people intrude on that. Get rid of them, you know? Now, let's get a closing message for you and see what else they have to add. Ooh, there it is. Wow. And it's all about compassion. Embrace others' differences. Accept your own imperfections. Wow. You're learning that lesson, Aquarius, and that is valuable, valuable, valuable. But there's a relationship here or something coming back around again, and it's up to you to make this work the way that you intended it to, okay? So that's going to do it for this Midweek Tarot. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget, I'm going live Thursday, 7 p.m., and we are doing monthly tarot readings for your sign, your rising sign, your moon sign, your lover sign, your friend sign, your mother sign, everybody's sign. Okay, so join us at 7 p.m. And the freaking weekend posted Fridays at 10 a.m. Make sure you check that out. The vibe for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. All right, Aquarius, I love you all. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great week, and I will see you Thursday. Pisces, welcome. It's Jeff here at Raise Your Vibration TV, and it is time for I'm moving my ring light over here where it should be, your midweek reset tarot reading. That's right. I give you the guidance and clarity for Wednesday to Tuesday, and these are for the dates September 24th all the way to September 30th. So welcome, Pisces. Hope you are faring well. All this energy we've had has been pretty taxing. Wouldn't you agree? So this week, we don't have much going on. We're kind of leaving September, kind of like tiptoeing the fuck out of this bitch, you know? We're like, but at least we have to keep this movement up, all right? Again, no big astrological changes. We've had enough for September, but we're going to have some big ones in October too. So right now we are in a waxing crescent phase, and this is all about growth, momentum, and taking action. Again, so we're not sitting idle. It's not a complete rest week. We have to start building that energy towards that full moon, okay? Now on the 29th, we move into our first quarter phase of the moon. This is overcoming challenges. It's about making decisions and actions and sticking to them, okay? Again, more progress that needs to be made towards the full moon energy, all right? So let's go to the tarot table and get our angel numbers for this week, Pisces. Thank you so much for being here. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, and let's get the vibe for Pisces. Let's do this with your midweek reset tarot reading. Yes. What do we have for Pisces for angel numbers for this week? Here we are. Ooh, excuse me. And it's all about release this week. With 876, let go of old patterns and beliefs that no longer serve your highest good. Embrace freedom in your life. It's time for a little release, a little freedom, letting go of old patterns and beliefs and all of that, and really, truly setting ourselves free. This is the week to take action to do it. Excellent. All right, Pisces, let's get your message from your guides, from the Energy and Spirit Oracle. There it is. Ooh, I love this. With number 44 and Divine Presence. The force of love and creation is all around you. And what this is really understand that you are part of this divine presence also. And you are never separate from it. And that means only one thing, that you can also share in its abundance and growth and blossom with it. Setting yourself free from old beliefs that you've been separate, that you have to go at this alone. You don't have to, Pisces. You don't have to. I'll be there. I'll be there. Don't you know, Pisces? Yeah, yeah. I'll be there. I'll be there. Yeah, 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 yeah. Just call my name and I'll be there. Inner balance. Let's work on that. This is the season of balance with Libra now, with the fall equinox. We are into fall. So what you resist persists. What you accept transforms. So this is how you can achieve wholeness, by understanding that life is dual, that you are part of this divine force of love and creation. And we have to go through these necessary changes. We have to release. We have to move on, you know? Very Piscean energies here available. Yes, of course. So let's get the vibe for you this week. The cards are very resistant on the first stack, so I would say that maybe at the beginning of the week we are a little resistant to what we need to release. Maybe we're still holding on to those old beliefs because, well, sometimes they make us feel good, you know? It's all we know. It's scary, okay? I get it. All right, let's get the vibe for you. And see what's up. These cards are feeling really weird all of a sudden. What's going on here? What are you doing, Pisces? What are you doing? Let's see what we got. That's it. Okay. I get it. I gotcha. Oh, hell to the no. I'm going to tell you something. Wow. Let's put them all together. Let's do this. Wow. All right. Pisces. The main thing here is not to be deluded by any uncertainty or anything like that. Let's find that inner balance. Let's know that we are a divine presence and that we need to release, especially drama. We don't need to compete for anybody's love. We don't need to compete for the job that we want, the title that we want, or anything that we want. We don't have to fight time. We make time. The Empress is showing that there's an idea that needs to come through here, that you just need to trust the process. Empower yourself by releasing and finding this balance. Again, the High Priestess is trusting your intuition. That's a big message this week. Queen of Cups is allowing life to flow to you, not letting your emotions get the best of you. And Eight of Wands is moving forward. Messages coming through. This is big energy for you. This is incredible. Okay? You don't need to compete in order to feel empowered. You just need to go with the flow and know that you are part of this divine presence. That's the heart of the force of love and creation at the heart of it, of course. Interesting. So let's get some oracles. Now they flipped over. I saw them do it. Get back over there. Okay. What else do we have? Yeah, the Eight of Wands out again. Wow. Yeah, mental conflict. So that could be causing all this drama, you know? Maybe you're just embroiled in a lot of conflict and you're letting it take your power away. Be patient with the process. Everything in divine timing here, okay? Trust and accelerated motion. Eight of Wands again. You can't make this shit up. So things are moving forward. So you have no choice. You really have no choice. You've got to work on this, okay? Let's look at love and relationships for you this week. So you've got this inner conflict going on. You may be literally having conflict with other people. I think communication is important. I think you need to trust your intuition on what to say and not speak from an overly emotional stance. You know what I'm saying? Take a couple deep breaths, center yourself, you know? Speak with confidence, not with, well, I don't know, and, you know, no. All right, we got to put some numbers on the board here. We've got indecision, especially when it comes to relationships. Put the swords down, take the fucking blindfold off. Enough of this chicanery, you know? Make a decision. Two. We're putting that on the board. If I can find it. Where the hell did it go? Oh, there it is. Okay. Balance and harmony. Wow, more balance and harmony. We're going to put that on the board with our angel numbers with 222. And also, don't let your thoughts betray you. Don't let anyone deceive you. Don't let your inner thoughts deceive you either. And we have the Eight of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles. This is walking away, releasing. Excellent. Starts off with 876. So we've got 4 8s on the board. Okay? And that's about abundance, achievement, and staying focused. This is big. Big, big, big energy for you, especially when it comes to relationships. It starts to pay off. Maybe you're having this conflict because you're not seeing the results yet. Patience, okay? Patience, young Padawan. Let's do, messages of love, messages of love. Let's do some messages of love. Love. Okay. Finances. Financial challenges are affecting this connection. Okay. Money is usually the biggest problem in relationships, marriage, serious committed relationships, because we don't want the female paying for everything and vice versa. I mean, that's great. You girls want to do that, but you see the guys, standing behind their girl, holding them while they're pulling out their debit card. Those poor girls work 3 jobs and that guy's playing fucking Fortnite. You know what I mean? There's exceptions to that rule. Don't be one of them. Mastery, you've learned the spiritual lesson that if their pants are hanging past their ass, they're not worth your fucking grass. You know what I'm saying? Fate, this is a destined partnership. It sure the fuck is. So put the work into it and true love. Your love accepts. Your love is emotional. This love, I should say, is emotional, physical, and unconditional. So move towards that. Stay focused on that. Focus on the harmony. There's going to be some times where you're going to fight. There's going to be some times that you have to do that. But is it going to make you feel insecure? Is it going to make you want to toss in the fucking towel? Like I think so many people these days do, is they get into one argument. They're like, that's it. I want a divorce. Well, fucking work your shit out. Let's do it together. That's what we're here for. Everyone's forgotten that. It's not all fucking rainbows and puppy dog tails, kids. It's not. It's hard work. And it can be fucking exhausting. Especially waking up to the same person next to you all the fucking time. That's a realization you got to come to. Maybe you like that. Great. But you deserve to work on this relationship. And I think a lot of you just want to check the fuck out. And the universe is going, not today, brothers and sisters. Not today. Okay? So, let's get What's the Vibe? That's right, Jeff. It's that time for What's the Vibe? 68 degrees and clear outside. 68. It's 68. My windows are still open. I was sweating like crazy earlier. I don't care. All right. It could be like this till fucking spring. Envy. Okay. Resentful, competitive, and discontent. What is she doing? She's smoking a match? Is it between her buck teeth? Some of these pictures are just really fuck with me. But this could be it. Being resentful, being competitive. That 5 of Wands is such competition. We don't need to be that. Or this doesn't help either. Being puzzled, confused, perplexed, or conflicted. Maybe things are going so good that you gotta find something wrong with it. That's not the case, kids. It's not. Keep at work. Put the work into it. Stay focused, and it pays off. If you're worried about money and finances, when you release the lack, the abundance flows to you. It's that easy. All right, so let's get a closing message for you. Yeah, everyone's readings have been about 12 minutes. And, unlike the freaking weekend, I like to take my time with the weekly readings, and I kind of have. I haven't been blowing through them, but when we don't have anything astrological going on, that eats up a lot of our time, And I just don't want our time to end. I don't. So let's do this with communication, big time. Effective communication is the bridge to understanding and connection. So, don't sit there and pout. Talk it out. Well, that rhymed. Just therapy sessions. Don't sit there and pout. Talk it out. It's true. What's the matter? Nothing. Something's the matter, honey. What's the matter? Nothing. This is your last chance. What's the matter? Let's talk this out. Nothing's wrong with me. I'm telling you, stop. Okay. Later on, they come back. You want to know why I was mad? Why? Blah, 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 blah. And then you go off the handle because you made me sit here thinking that I did something wrong to you or something happened and you're not communicating. And it was just because you got mad at the cat because it got fur all over your black pants. And you made me think that I did something wrong. Well, sure, that's my insecurity. But you don't do that to people. Communicate. Nothing's wrong. Nothing's wrong. Nope, I'm good. Beware of the person that says that, okay? All right, Pisces, I love you all. I hope you get all this shit sorted out. Just trust your intuition and go with the flow, really, this week. It's important for you to do that. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. And don't forget, I'm going live Thursday, 7 p.m., and I'm doing monthly tarot readings for your sign and everybody else's. God damn. We're going to do October, baby. We're going to find out what's up. That's going to be a good live. But if you miss it, fuck you. No, I'm just kidding. You can watch it on the replay. Watch the freaking weekend that's posted on Fridays to give you the vibe for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You know I'm just kidding. And if you like this reading, well, you're going to love the personal ones in person or online. And click the link in the description and blah, 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 blah. Okay, Pisces, communicate. Love the one you're with. Love the one you're with. And you got this, okay? I love you all, and I will see you Thursday.